think Lombardi, what he said was he didn't go in. He wouldn't. His team was wondering, where is he? Where's this breakup? He's not there. 10 minutes. He's still not there. 3 minutes before they take the field, Lombardi comes in, bangs the door open, and I think you all.
What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie. Look, box office. Hey, Mr. LSU in the building. You know what type of time we're on. Hey, man, it's been a crazy, crazy weekend. A crazy 48 hours for me. Real crazy. But I'm here. Got my brothers with me. What up, C?
Wow, what's the deal, man? Mr. C, the trendsetter, aka the whole damn show. Mr. Louisiana, I'm from Louisiana, all that there. You already know what it is, man. Boot up or shut up. Let's get the show started. I'm here.
And then, of course, I got my brother, man. This dude, bro, he's off the chain, bro. Hey, box office, before I even introduce you, Texas did not get in. Woo! What up, box office, my man, bro?
Come sit down on the couch and watch the playoffs with us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to watch it with y'all. Doesn't change the fact that y'all were hot garbage.
Oh.
Well, shit, y'all was warm garbage.
Y'all had a senior quarterback and y'all couldn't make it, bro.
Yeah,
oh
right.
My God! By the time Arch gets going here, and he got going near the end. Texas is gonna be in that playoff next year.
They better be. Oh man, go ahead. I know you want to respond to me. I saw you about to say something before we start.
Oh man, hey, bro, we you left out. He was a senior, but he was what? Injured.
Trash.
What was Arch's excuse?
There is no excuse. Arch got better and throughout the end of the year. If he was digressing, then it would be an issue. But nah, he got better.
He did get better. That's the Louisiana in him.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, I'm with it.
Look at now he's with it. Okay. Well, y'all know we're gonna talk college football. I was trying to get these guys on Sunday night, to talk Saturday or Sunday. What a
Saturday night.
To talk sports with them, man, because I knew my week was going to be crazy this week. Now, after tonight, it should settle down, calm down again. But we definitely going to talk college football. We'll talk NFL. But first, box office, where do you want to start?
We're going to start with the college football playoff. It's officially set. Did the committee get it right?
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You can go first, man. You go first.
Hey, see, the one I heard say this on a show one time. I told y'all in my Boosie voice. I told y'all. I knew if me and Box Office put our graphic out there, I said if BYU loses and Bama loses, Miami will get in, and Bama will still be in because Bama was in. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Based off of just that, they got it right. Now, if you want to talk G5 and getting rid of that, y'all know I've been beating on that. Like, come on, man, we got to change that. That's not it. That's not the best 12 teams. So even though I'm from Louisiana, and look, Green Wave, what up? I'm rooting for y'all. Brother, it's not the best 12 teams in the playoffs. You got 10 of the best teams. You still have other teams that were left out that are among the 12 best. But with that being said, yes, they got it right based on the criteria that's in place today. Yes, they got it right. And I know that people's going to try to make the argument because, look, I like Notre Dame. Y'all know that. I was saying, man, if I could coach anywhere, it'd be Notre Dame outside LSU. That's the school I'd want to coach. But here's the deal, man. Alabama was ranked above Notre Dame going into championship weekend. That's what it was. Nobody complained about that. Everybody, I never saw no blog out there saying Notre Dame should be ranked higher than Alabama. I never saw nobody on here say that Notre Dame should be ranked higher than Alabama. So that we'll stop right there for a second. Miami, Notre Dame, we all said, Miami head-to-head beat Notre Dame. Miami should get the nod over them. So going back, I have no issue with Miami getting in. Going back to Alabama. If you keep Alabama out the playoffs And I'm going to tell you about BYU in a second. If you keep Alabama out after being in, they were in before the championship game started. If you put them out, you know what happens next year? Like Box Office said about the early games, Alabama's going to sit there and say, well, we're not playing that game.
Yep.
Texas will be like, we're not playing that game. Any SEC school that can fall out, even LSU, we're not playing that game because you're not going to kick us out based on a game that doesn't even matter. So that's why they couldn't set that precedent. Now, BYU was not in the playoffs. They were not in. They could only play themselves in. So when people keep complaining about, well, why does the championship game matter for BYU, but it doesn't matter for Alabama? That's the reason why. Alabama could only make their situation better. BYU could only make their situation better. BYU dropped because, unfortunately, they were not in the playoffs. And at the end of the day, I think they got it right because Miami, Notre Dame, even though one can make the case, me and Box Office talked about it off air and on air, you can make a case that Notre Dame may beat them on a neutral field today. You cannot take away the resume. Miami beat them on the field head to head. Miami, Alabama should have been the last two teams in. And y'all know, y'all see the background. Y'all know I don't want Alabama. I'd take any team over Alabama being in the playoffs. But you cannot punish them for losing the SEC championship game because then nobody's playing the championship game if they're already in the playoffs.
Okay. I agree with you. The committee got it right based off the current criteria.
Right.
But, do we think, and, you are from Louisiana, Tulane's a Louisiana school. I'm from Virginia. JMU is a Virginia school. Right. So I'm happy for JMU.
Absolutely.
I'm happy for any college in Virginia to make it that far, right? Because I live here, I have a soft spot for them. But neither one of them is better than Vanderbilt, Texas, BYU. None of those. They would all get crushed against any of those teams.
Right.
So, and I stood up here and I said, we have to have a way to have them have the opportunity to make it this far, but we can't put them in over teams like a Texas, a Vanderbilt, teams like that. Hell,
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. I mean, if I'm being honest, Duke winning the ACC is pathetic, and we're going to blame the ACC for that because of how they do their tiebreakers.
Right.
It should have been Virginia versus Miami.
Absolutely.
That's what, and I feel bad for Virginia too because it's like they already beat the hell out of Duke, and you had to do it, and you had to beat them again. So you gave this team another shot. All in all,
they're going to do that in a national championship game. Fuck them.
But also Duke, I think Duke would beat Tulane or JMU. I think they would.
Did Duke and Tulane play this year? I know they played last year.
I'm going to check right now. I don't think they did that.
I don't know if they would. I think that would be a good game. Duke played a very well, a really good. They had a great game plan on Saturday night. They really did. I thought they executed their game plan. They ran the football. They stuck to that. Shout out to them, man. I don't know how Virginia wasn't stopping that run.
I didn't like Virginia's play calling throughout the game. I'm looking at Duke football. Okay, this year. Shit. Duke and Tulane did play, and Tulane beat them. So
yeah, I'm about to say, I thought so. I know they played long. Yeah.
So I stand corrected there. They would not beat them. maybe in a rematch, sure, like they had Virginia, but they don't deserve that rematch. Honestly, you finished 7-5. I'm actually happy they kept Duke out. And based off the current criteria, I'm happy for Tulane and JMU. But we need to set up a different system. Miami deserved to be in over Notre Dame. We all agree there. Head-to-head matters. Like I said, I think Notre Dame is better right now. Right. I think if they played again, Notre Dame would beat them, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. They had one shot. They lost, and that is that. But we got to fix the system. I also don't like the conference title games anymore. What if Jeremiah Smith or Mendoza got hurt this past weekend?
Absolutely.
Let's just crown the first place winner, and maybe instead of conference title game weekend, why don't we make it maybe a play-in weekend?
I say. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
You know what? Why don't we put the JMUs in the two lanes against the Texas and the Vanderbilts this past weekend, and maybe we could do it that way.
Right.
I just think that conference title games, they used to matter. They don't matter as much anymore. Alabama got their doors blown out. Didn't matter. Alabama's in the playoff. BYU, their second loss this year against Texas Tech. They're out now. Not saying that they deserve to be in, but regardless, though, we could have done this way differently. There's a lot of inconsistencies, and I think Notre Dame, man, I like Notre Dame as a program. They got to join a conference.
Absolutely.
You cannot complain about this, and you didn't play in a Power 4 conference. Join the ACC, join the Big Ten, and let's get it going. We were here giving them props weeks ago, saying, man, they were geniuses going into this. Supposedly not. But, I will say I feel bad for Notre Dame a little bit because the committee teased them. They had them hired in Miami. You mentioned Alabama. Notre Dame last weekend was above Alabama. And they destroyed Stanford. Mm-hmm. And Alabama barely beat Auburn.
Yep.
And they flipped them.
Yep.
How does that make sense?
But I understand where you're going, but I never saw nobody question that at that moment. Nobody was really up in arms about that. But I felt like the committee knew what they were doing. They were trying to get Miami and Notre Dame close enough where they can make that jump, and legitimately so. Like say, okay, we are right next to each other.
Yeah. I just think it's a lot of inconsistencies. I feel bad for Notre Dame because they basically, when they were 0-2, they told them, hey, win out and you'll be fine. And they did that.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that it came down to Notre Dame and Miami, and they were like, oh, wait, they played. So, I'm happy for Miami. They deserved it. I feel bad for Notre Dame because they got teased. At the same time, Notre Dame needs to join a conference. It's clear as day. They just have to do it. And then there's a report out now because the committee took them out. They basically made a deal with Notre Dame that they're going to let them in next year no matter what, as long as they're ranked top 12 at the end of the year.
That's crazy.
How does that make sense? Like, what are we doing?
How is that to everybody else?
It 1 year shouldn't affect the next year.
Right.
It shouldn't affect.
How is that even? That shouldn't even be legal. They shouldn't even be able to do that. You can't make no promise to one school. You need to make that promise to everybody.
It's shenanigans. It's literally. I couldn't believe the report
because think about it. If you're a Texas fan, we're an LSU fan. If our team is at 11 and Notre Dame's at 12 or 10 or whatever you want to say, but Notre Dame's 12 and Notre Dame gets the last spot over your team, you're gonna be like, well, wait, hold up. Why are they over us? We're ranked higher than them. Like, that makes no sense to me.
And you're going to say, I played a 9-game SEC schedule.
Right.
And I feel bad for Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Only 2 losses in the SEC, and they're out. Diego Pavia was playing as good as any quarterback. Yeah. So I feel bad for Vandy. I wanted them in because I think they're hot at the right time. It's just so many inconsistencies. We need to college football just needs to be figured out completely. It's all over the place. And you look, another problem I had, this isn't a big problem, but look at the final rankings. Number 1, Indiana. Perfect. They're the only undefeated team in the nation. Great. Number 2, Ohio State with 1 loss. Georgia won the SEC at 1 loss. Right. I thought they should have flipped them.
I thought so too, but
that changes the seating just a little bit, but it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that because they did lose to the number one team. They were number one the entire season, lost to the team that is number one now. And who Georgia lose to? Alabama.
Yep.
So I mean, my loss is better than your loss.
I guess I feel like they should be rewarded a little bit for winning the SEC.
Right.
But I mean, like I said, it's not a big deal. They're 2-3. It's just a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. You also look at they need to fix the calendar. Like, why is Lane Kiffin not coaching Ole Miss right now? It's because of the calendar. And then Ryan Day this week had to worry about Indiana at the same time he's trying to recruit Chris Henry Jr. So it's like he can't even focus necessarily on his opponent 100%. It's just college football needs to be figured out, man. They need to figure it out. They need to they need to force Notre Dame into a conference, and they just got to figure it out.
They're going the other way instead of trying to force them to get in the conference. They're trying to pacify them. Tell them, okay, well, don't worry about it. We'll put you in next year. No, get your ass to the conference.
I agree. If you keep rewarding them that way, then they're just going to keep doing it. It just doesn't make sense. And I feel like college football's way of fixing things is, let's just extend it to 16. Let's just extend it to 24. It's football. It's not college basketball. These guys can't play 20 games a year. Injuries are going to happen. It's just wear and tear is going to happen. It's too many games. They're going to end up playing more games than the NFL does if they continue. One other thing I want to complain about is I don't like the scheduling in terms of, last year we saw Oregon get the first round bye, number 1 seed, I believe they were overall.
Yeah.
And those fools got like a month off, and I felt like they did come out rusty. So it's like I just feel like it's all over the place, and there's so many issues, and they just got to get to it without just extending the tournament every year. That doesn't do anything.
2 more goals tonight. Yeah, we working.
But that's me, man. It's just they got it right based off the current criteria, but they got a lot of work to do. It's all over the place.
All right, here's mine real quick. They got it right. Like you said, based off the current criteria, they got it absolutely right. Screw Notre Dame with their little crybaby selves. Join the conference. The reason why they didn't get in is because Miami is in a conference, and their conference pays their dues, dues to the committee. And guess what? The people Miami pays their conference, so their conference representative voted for them to get in. Guess what? If you had been in a conference, maybe your damn conference would have voted for you to get in. So you can't have it both ways. You've been getting in these previous years because you haven't been in a conference, but now that you're not in a conference, now you want to complain because that's why you didn't make it. Hey, man. And then this is what I really don't like. The fit that they're throwing. I'm not going to play in no bowl game. We decline any bowl game.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro. You don't shut your... That pissed me off so bad. I was like, good. I hope y'all don't make the playoffs again next year. Keep declining bowl games because you're not... Who are you teaching a lesson? Nobody. You're actually punishing your players by not letting them have an opportunity to win a bowl game. I bet you those seniors want to play a damn bowl game. I bet you those
seniors could have been lit. Like they could have played Texas, or they could have played. Like that would have been a lit. That would have been a lit bowl game too. Notre Dame versus Vanderbilt. Notre Dame versus Texas. Like I don't know what Notre Dame's thinking, bro.
This is where you show y'all should have had us in. Y'all should have had us in your in the playoffs. Now show your ratings. Now you wouldn't watch the Notre Dame and Vanderbilt bowl game, the Notre Dame Texas bowl game. I guarantee you those ratings are going to be higher than a JMU Oregon bowl playoff game or the Tulane Ole Miss playoff game. I'd watch those. You could put them on side by side, and I wouldn't watch those playoff games. I'd just check the score. So, like I said, they're not. I don't think they threw a fit. This is equivalent to a child throwing a fit because they didn't get their way, and I don't like that. Now, as far as the criteria, they did it right. The criteria does need to change, but I just give an example. That's what I like to do. I give examples, like personal examples. I'll break it down, right? So I've been at this school that I'm at. This is my 8th year. I've done so many things different from the first year I was there to now. Every year, my goal is to get better, fix what I did last year. What I saw was a problem last year, I fixed it this year. What I felt was a problem the year before that, I fixed it the year before, previous. I constantly add and fix things. So I think that there's constantly trying to add and fix things as they go, because you don't know it's a problem until you run into it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. So I think that's what they're dealing with now. And originally we thought 4 teams was gonna be enough. It was like, yeah, man, the top 4 teams, yeah, put them in, let them battle it out, and we'll have a champion. Then we eventually saw we need a few more teams, man. We need a few more teams. They should probably extend it. I thought they were going to extend it to probably 8 before they did 12, but they went straight to 12. So they tried to skip the next problem and went ahead and went to a bigger solution. But they did the solution trying to be, I want to say, too fair by letting the at large in there or whatever. Not at large. What they call the at large is in there. The G5. They letting the G5 in there. They tried to be too fair. But here's what's real. The G5 shouldn't even get. You know what they can do? They can schedule the same damn people that the LSU schedule. You think Texas wouldn't play when if JMU called Texas and said, hey, can we play y'all in the 3rd week of the season? You don't think Texas will say, hell yeah, come on down here so we can tear that ass up?
Yeah, but year to year, I think that like year to year that can change. Like this year, JMU is really good. I'm not saying JMU, I'm just using them as an example. But then you got teams like Boise that's good every now and then. Then you got teams like Tulane. You got a team like UL was good, really good one year. I mean, there's always going to be a different G5 team.
But what I'm saying, you're right. And all those G5 teams have the opportunity to schedule Oklahoma, LSU, Ohio State, Texas. They got the chance to do that. They're choosing not to do that. If you want to be considered for a national championship, earn it. Play the same people all these other teams are playing. Play the big boys. You want to be in there with the big boys when it's time for the playoffs, play the big boys all year like we do. You ain't got to play it. You don't have to play an SEC schedule. No, you don't. But you're going to have to schedule more than one team to get your head beat in or whatever. Like, just let's see.
JMU lost to Washington State.
That was their big game, right?
Well, I ain't gonna say that's what they lost to.
All right, let's see who they
game. Tulane scheduled Ole Miss and got destroyed by like 35.
And now we got a rematch for that.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got JMU's football schedule. They
beat Washington State.
Oh, they did. It was Louisville they lost to. I'm sorry. They lost to Louisville. They beat Washington State, lost to Louisville. You're right. I'm sorry.
But okay. Yeah. All right. So their big games, those are their big games. Meanwhile, they blowing Old Dominion's doors off. In Georgia State, they barely beat Georgia State. Georgia Southern.
They beat Louisiana.
Watch your mouth now.
But they playing Weber State. Hey, bro, schedule Ohio State. And then come out.
I'm not, but okay, but like my thing is, okay, like, and I'm not, we've been talking about G5s. I've been saying, man, that G5s need to be at least ranked in the top 15 to even or be undefeated. One loss. I know JMU has one loss. But my thing is this, bro. You just never know as far as playing devil's advocate. Who would have thought Penn State, Clemson, and LSU would have been where they are this year? Florida State?
They could have scheduled either one of them.
Florida State beat Alabama to start the year, and then just took a nosedive the rest of the year.
Exactly. Scheduled Florida. But what if they had scheduled Florida State? You don't think that would have looked good on their resume?
Yeah.
If they had scheduled, they caught all those teams you name are having a down year. LSU, Clemson, and Penn State. If they had beat either one of those teams on their schedule this year, now they made the playoffs. Does it look better than them beating Weber State?
I get what you're saying. I do.
This is their opportunity though, because you know they're going to change. You know they're going to make changes off of this, and if Tulane and JMU get destroyed again, I mean they're not going to let them back in anymore. They need to keep these games at least close, and it's going to be hard for them.
They need to fix this, bro. They need to fix this, bro. I understand why they're doing it. Oh man, you got to give these schools a chance to win a national championship, bro. They're not gonna win the national championship.
I think a great idea. Like I know, I like what Box Office just said, but like do like a play-in game with those G5 schools. I like that rule. Like let them put a last team that would be in. If your last team is Notre Dame, Texas, Vanderbilt, whoever that team is, that gotta be the team that they gotta play for that last spot in the tournament. That's
so
what
let's come up. So let's fix the G5 situation right now. Our theory put together is we make them have a play-in game. The G5 representatives would have needed to play the last two teams left out that were in a P5. The teams that were ranked 11 and 12.
All right.
Play those two teams.
And I want to say that's Texas against JMU and Vandy against Tulane.
Well, Notre Dame would be.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. And so
any of those three.
And what we do, we eliminate the conference championship games for all of the P5s, right?
Well, my thing is you can eliminate it, but if you eliminate it, they're not going to do that. They're going to lose too much money. There's so much money being made in those them games and big time conference championship games. But I don't think if you're in, it should drop you out. If you're in, now if you're not in, hey, you can play yourself in. Virginia wasn't in, but they could play themselves into the tournament. I believe you could play yourself into it, but to drop you out, to me, that's where you have to pay attention to that. Like you're opening Pandora's box if you drop a team that's in the playoffs, out the playoffs because of a loss in a conference championship game. Then now that's all pandemonium because any team, look, I'm competitive as they come. If I'm coaching any team and my team was in and you kick us out the playoffs because we lost a championship game to a team that I already beat, man, for sure we're not playing that game. We'll see you in the playoffs then, my brother. So, yeah, bro, but I don't know, man. I think there's some things that you got to be fixed for sure. But G5, you have to be ranked in the top 15, I think. You have to be undefeated. You have to have one loss, maybe. I don't know. Something. They have to have a criteria for these G5 teams because strength of schedule doesn't even compare to, and look, y'all know I give Box Office a hard time. Doesn't even compare to Texas. It's strength of schedule. You cannot compare JMU's schedule to Texas's schedule. You can't. And I give Texas a hard time all the time, but you can't compare those two schedules.
I'm saying I don't think that they should. I don't give a damn if they're undefeated. Right. They're undefeated. I don't care if they're undefeated. You ain't played nobody. If you want to be considered to be in this tournament, you need to schedule better, period. There's no reason for you to – I don't think there should be no automatic, G5 got to get in. No. I get you trying to be fair. You trying to be politically correct is what they use in normal terms, right? No, bro. This is where political correctness goes wrong, right? So you need to try. They have the same opportunities. I could see if they couldn't schedule these bigger teams. Hell, Grambling went and played OSU.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, what are we doing here? Schedule them. If you want to be considered, and I know you might not think your team might not be that good this year and as they were last year, right? Because who was the G5 last year?
Boise, yeah.
Yeah, and Boise don't always have a chance to be the beef.
Shit, Boise got beat in the playoffs too, like they stole something.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but there has been times like Boise is the example. Boise has been the outlier. I remember they beat Oklahoma in that bowl game, and that's the probably lone outlier that we have of a G5 beating a P5 in a game like that, right? There wasn't a playoff game back then, but you know, if it had been, they would have won it, right? But after that, I mean, all you have to do is schedule them. That's it. None of these big teams, none of these P5s are going to turn down if JMU's coach calls them and say, I want to play y'all. They're not gonna say, no, I ain't playing them. They're gonna say, Buck, if you don't come up here and get smacked, yeah, hell yeah. I love to play you, coach. I love to play you. We got an opening on the 3rd of October. and even if you know what? If they would schedule some of them boys, I wouldn't be surprised if an Oklahoma or a Texas would go and you could get that home money. Just because they know they're gonna come over there and blow your back out. And and it'll be fun. It'll be like, okay, that's another, we gotta play somebody. And like now Texas not gonna go play Ohio State anymore. I bet you they'll go visit JMU next year for game 1.
Or if you want to do like playing games and the way you give the G5 some type of advantage, make them have the home game.
Yeah.
And a Texas, a Vanderbilt, they'll go to JMU, they'll go to Tulane.
And that's somebody
backs out.
They will destroy them. But hey, let's reward G5 that way, but you got to win the playing game to get in.
I agree with that. Yeah, go ahead and give them a home playing game. And like I said, my thing is
You muted yourself. Hold on, let me see.
See, you muted yourself.
You muted yourself.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, I get what you're saying about them giving them a home playoff game. I mean, playing game. And like I said, if Texas had to play JMU to get in this weekend, would you be hot?
Bruh, I would go to the game. That's 3 hours from here. That is 3 hours from here. I'm pulling up.
That would be awesome, right? So,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, that's something that I think that they need to consider, because I'm a person, I don't like to give anybody anything. I don't like to give. I'm only giving you what you earn, no matter what, because I don't want anybody to give me anything. I want to get what I'm owed. Give me what I earned. I put in that work. Give it here. And they did not earn to be in these 12 teams.
This is college football's DEI system.
But I'll take that. Okay, so let me say this, because I saw somebody. I don't know if it was Joe Platt or somebody. Somebody said it. You know, for sure. See, and I know Box Office knows it because he loves this stuff. But I come from when Charles Woodson and Michigan didn't even get to play Nebraska for the national championship game, and they kind of split titles back then.
Auburn, USC, that situation.
Right.
USC.
But even then, like, you think to yourself, and when they even got it, like where, you know, they had the BCS. My thing is, back in the day, you had to go almost undefeated to play for a national championship, bro. Like,
no room for error.
Right. So all these teams, all these teams crying right now, Notre Dame, I'm not picking on you, for real. Texas, Vanderbilt, just do better. Just do better. At the end of the day, all that crying, like, bro, like, we come from where You had to almost be perfect to even get a chance to play for a national championship. At the end of the day, bro, unfortunately, Notre Dame, you had an opportunity. You was up late against A&M. You let Marcel Reed throw a touchdown on in your stadium. Texas, you lost to Florida. That's not everybody's fault. It's your fault. Miami, if you wouldn't have got in, you lost to Louisville. That's what you did. If Alabama don't get in, you lost to Florida State. Back in the day, they wouldn't even made the playoffs. Well, they wouldn't have been in a championship game for losing to Florida State. Like, these teams have to stop crying. Like you said, see, and just, they got to do better, bro. They got to do better. Stop all that crying. Because all that, no matter how you can make it 16 teams, you can make it 24 teams. I don't care what you make it. There's going to be somebody that's going to feel like they got robbed and left out the tournament. And at the end of the day, I'm not here for that. If Ohio State was left out, or Georgia was left out, or Texas Tech, or Indiana, then I'd be like, man, bro, that's tough. But no, didn't Georgia just a couple of years ago when it was a 14 playoff, Georgia lost one game and didn't make the playoff?
Yep.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, come on, man. Some of these teams have 2 and 3 losses and they're mad because they're not in. Bro, I know that's the criteria. I understand that, but come on, man.
As far as I'm concerned, bring back the BCS system for the playoff. Honestly, I mean, it's better than this committee. I think the BCS went off like a computer, analytics and all that. Do it that way, but for this bit of a playoff, I guarantee you the BCS does not have JMU and Tulane in.
See, yeah, exactly, bro. So yeah, man, make it look.
Hey, they sure the hell don't. And I was thinking in my mind, boy, that's ridiculous, bringing the BCS back. But you're right. That eliminates that problem.
It's always gonna be a problem, no matter what, bro.
It's always gonna be a problem. I don't think they'll ever have it to where they got it completely right. This is the closest though that I've seen to getting it right since they started a playoff system. Even I think one year they had 1 through 4, right?
I think the way you force Notre Dame into a conference is you just tell every team decline to play them.
Yeah.
Just no one's allowed to play Notre Dame, and then they're gonna have no choice. Like, you kind of got to put them in a corner. Yeah, I mean, like, Notre Dame being independent, that's just ridiculous. And I actually never had a problem with it before, but now seeing how much issues it caused, they need to be in.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't want to be in, cool with it. Don't cry about not getting in the playoffs with 2 losses. Like, that's my thing. You can't have it both ways. You can't want to be independent, and then when you don't get in because you're not a conference champ or you got beat head to head by Miami, like, you can't cry about it and say, you know what, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. You can't do that. And that's what Notre Dame's doing, bro. And I like Notre Dame. I do. If I wasn't an LSU fan, I might be a Notre Dame fan. But they got to do better, bro.
And just so y'all know, Tulane and Ole Miss already played. Rematch coming. Ole Miss beat them by 35. And right now, Ole Miss is a 17.5 favorite. And Oregon is a 21-point favorite against JMU.
Do they cover?
No.
You say no. Do you cover?
Maybe if Oregon is really rusty and they mess around too much, but I would say no.
They don't cover, bro. They don't cover.
I think both of them fools go. I ain't lying, bro. I do. I think they blow them off.
I do think Tulane's got a better chance just because they're in a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, and Tulane is not new to this, man. They play good teams every year. Like, it's not new, right? I know different players and all that, but the Kiffin effect, how will this affect Ole Miss?
But I think that's going to actually help Ole Miss in that game. They're going to try to make a statement. That's what I think. They're going to try to make a statement. Here's my issue with Tulane. I love Tulane because they're right in our backyard. But when John Summerall even was like, bro, we're an average team. Like, what are we doing? Put them in the playoffs, bro. Do you hear that, coach? Say they're average.
Man, it's like when somebody talk about their own team, bro.
Bro, you can't make that type of stuff up. You're telling me that they're average and we voted them, but they got voted in? Come on, man. Crazy.
And John Summerall's playing an SEC team. He's headed to the SEC.
Yep.
Bob Chesney, JMU coach,
Yep.
is headed to the Big Ten, playing
Yep.
a Big Ten team. So I don't know how much it matters, but
Hey, that's crazy, man. Kiffin should have got the coach, bro. They
Yeah,
let
like,
everybody
that's
else go get
ridiculous.
the coach. It's stupid,
Everybody's getting the coach but him.
bro. It's stupid, bro. They're just punished. They're punishing their own.
They're punishing their program because they had a I'm not saying they're going to win it all, but you'd at least say, but they have a chance. And
They
now
got a
I'm like, I mean, we can go through every team. Ole Miss, I don't think is going to have they're not going to win it all. There's a few.
I can't see them. Oh, let's look at the bracket. I can't see them.
I mean, they would have Oregon second round. I mean, sorry, Georgia.
No, they have
second round.
Georgia. They have Georgia.
yeah.
second round. Now they
And
get,
that's a rematch, and that was a close first
Close
game.
game, very competitive. They play Georgia good.
But without Kiffin, it's not the same.
They beat Georgia last year.
They did.
they had Kiffin though.
Yeah.
Right. No Kiffin makes that much of a difference. And just say they beat Georgia, because Georgia's not that good. They beat Georgia. They have to play either Ohio State or, as far as they have to play Ohio State, Miami, or Texas A&M without Kiffin.
No, that's to me, that I don't know about how y'all feel. I think that side of the bracket is brutal, man.
It is brutal.
Brutal, man. Like
And
Ohio State, I don't know how they do it, but them fools always find themselves on the rough side, bro.
But and then think about it. Out of the sorry teams, they got the hardest of the sorry teams. They got Tulane.
I think that Tulane is better.
That's crazy, bro.
That's actually the next topic. So let me get yours. What first round matchup are you excited about? And we're not going to do our predictions because next week we'll do that. But yeah, just tell me, what first round matchup are you most excited about?
That's the easiest thing for me, bro. Miami A&M, the two teams that beat Notre Dame. Dog, that's gonna be, to me, lit. That one's gonna be. You gotta think about the 12-man stadium, in Aggie Land, bruh. Miami walks in, the bad boys, that they are, and people are hating them right now because they got in over Notre Dame. Bro, this is going to be a war to me, bro. A&M, yeah, they dropped the ball in the game against Texas, but A&M was right there in the mix for that number one seed before they lost to Texas. And this is going to be a war to me, bro. I love this matchup. I think the committee did us a great thing by putting these two playing each other. And the winner gets to play against Ohio State, bro. That's going to be lit. So, yeah, I'm definitely going Miami A&M, Carson Beck, Marcel Reed, two quarterbacks that we all know. This is going to be the best matchup in the first round, in my opinion.
I'm going to agree with you, man. The Notre Dame Bowl. I'm looking forward to seeing it. You always like to see two teams that actually are better than their ranking playing each other. Like, Texas A&M was 3, like, for most of the season. So, they could have very well, if Texas don't beat the brakes off of them, they could have been in the running to be the number 2 seed. You know what I mean? So, that in Miami, they gotta prove they belong. That's what they out there trying to do. They're trying to prove that the committee got it right. You're right. You were supposed to put us in here. Matter of fact, you were supposed to put us in here last year. You know what I'm saying? So they got something to prove. I really feel like it was a good thing that they worked it out like this. I don't know if it was by design that they ended up doing this, or how they picked the seedings out for the lower teams. I know the first 3 teams were easy, but past that, I don't know how they just really figured out their seeding. but I think this ended up being a great matchup for the number one thing. The other one, my second place pick, of course, would be Alabama and Oklahoma, but I don't think it's going to be as good as the Miami Texas A&M one.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with y'all, and we're only choosing between two matchups because we're not expecting much in the other two. So, but I am excited for Alabama, Oklahoma because Oklahoma beat them in Tuscaloosa.
Yep.
This is in Norman. And Ty Simpson and company did not look good on offense in that first game. And it's hard to make adjustments, with your offense going into that. Because Oklahoma, their defense is legit. Their offense is bland, but their defense is legit. And Oklahoma can cause issues. Plus, Alabama did not look good against Georgia. They did not look good. That was also another rematch for them, and they got destroyed. So I don't like the way Alabama's playing going into this game at all.
Right.
They lost to Oklahoma. They struggled against a bad Auburn team, and now they got destroyed by Georgia. Alabama doesn't have momentum going in.
If you think about it, Alabama is 2-2 in their last 4 games. They struggled against LSU. They struggled against Auburn, and they lost to Oklahoma and Georgia. So, now granted, that's a tough schedule. So let's not act like that's an easy schedule to go out there and play. But I'm just saying Alabama hasn't looked great. My only thing is about Oklahoma, bro. Oklahoma's offense has to be better, bro, because they haven't looked good offensively, bro, in a few weeks. Really, since the beginning of the year. Mateer hasn't looked like the same quarterback since the injury. Before the injury, Mateer was nice. Heisman candidate and everything. After the injury, golly, I'm like, bro, who is that guy out there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Who y'all? Let me ask you this before we go to the next thing. How many teams do you give a legitimate shot to win it all? That you think that they can actually win the whole tournament? Like, truthfully.
Look at the bracket.
Do y'all think it's everybody but the G5 teams? Do y'all think it's less than that? I'm just trying to get a.
I think it's 6 teams for me. Half.
I got 4.
Wow. 4.
It could possibly be 1, 2, 3. My bad. I got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got 5. And what are those teams, y'all? How many you got, X?
Well, I think more than that. I think like 7 or 8 of them could win it all.
Really?
If the right circumstances fall for them. Like, I'll tell mine first. I think A&M and Miami both can win it all. Y'all may think I'm wilding with that. I do. I think they both win it all. Not saying I'm picking them, but I'm saying I think they both can win it all. I think all 4 teams that got the bye can win it all. Texas Tech. Oh, man. I think they can, but it'd have to be the right circumstance. Like, they're going to draw Oregon or JMU. They can win that game to me.
I think they are legit, though.
That's what I'm saying. But then after that, that's where it gets dicey for me. Maybe there's some upsets to happen for them to win. I don't think they could beat Indiana and then turn around and beat Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, A&M. That to me is asking a lot from Texas Tech, in my opinion. But I'll put Tech in there. I think Texas Tech, those 4 bye teams, A&M, Miami. Oregon can win it all, but they just not this year. They didn't look like they can win it all, but I know they have the talent to win it all. That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's hard for me to say they don't look like it, but I know they have the talent, and I'm never gonna say Alabama can't win it all. I'm not gonna be a fool and say because if Alabama's hitting on all cylinders, they can win it all. I think that's where I would draw the line. I don't think Oklahoma can win. The offense is just not good enough to me.
All right, I'll go next. For sure, Indiana can win it all. Um, Ohio State can win it all. Georgia can win it all. Alabama can win it all. And the winner out of A&M and the Canes can win it all. I'm not putting them both in there because I mean, of course, they're playing each other. Number one, but number two, they're playing each other. So the winner out of there because I don't know which one I would just pick to win, but whoever wins out there, they do have a chance to win it all.
So what is that, 5?
Yeah.
I said 6, so I'll go with the top 4 seeds: Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech. I actually think Texas Tech is very legit. I like their coach. I do agree it needs to be, the best situation possible. They need to be hot and everything, but I think they're legit. We're just not used to that name being there, but I think that they're basically what Signetti's done at Indiana. I think McGuire's doing at Texas Tech. It's just not as noticeable. I think Alabama can win it, and the reason why I say Oklahoma can't is because I think eventually Oklahoma will need to score points.
Absolutely.
Alabama hasn't looked the best, and they've lost to Oklahoma, but they can score points. Right. They just need to put it together. Right. And I'm going to go with the 6th team. I'm going to go A&M. I just trust A&M more than Oregon and Miami and Ole Miss. I'm not sold on Oregon, Ole Miss, or Miami the further this tournament goes.
Ole Miss I would have had in my.
If Kiffin was there, I would have been more on Ole Miss too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why I say Ole Miss is their administration are a bunch of idiots, bro. I don't know what they thought was going to happen if he coached it besides it being good. But that's stupid. He already said he's leaving, but he's willing to stay there and coach your team to the championship, hopefully. Why? So dumb, bro.
And I do think, we talk about circumstances. A&M's got it made. A&M plays at home against Miami.
Yep.
If they beat Miami and play Ohio State, that game's in Dallas.
Yep. Sure.
Okay. So they get 2 games in Texas. I mean, they're basically not traveling for a month. And you're going to have majority of your fan base in both games. And then they would have to beat, probably Georgia in the semifinal, which I'm not saying is an easy task at all, but if you're ever going to beat them, this is this is your best team ever, Texas A&M. So it's like, that would be the opportunity. So I think A&M has it made if they can just, put it together. They're coming off a loss. Maybe that loss is perfect timing. Get that loss behind you.
Wake up call. Because I think that's what's gonna happen, man. I actually think they're gonna make a run. I like A&M in these playoffs, and I just said I didn't know who I was gonna pick. I do know, but I think that loss kind of woke them up. It shook them up as well, because they had looked like a world beater. They look like they could have beat anybody in the country and not just beat them, mop the floor with them until they got the floor mopped with themselves. All right. So to Texas put that hurting on them, they looked like they were arguably the best team in the nation. And so now they have to reset, relax, relate, release, and at least they get to be at home against Miami, and that 12th man is real. So I think Miami is gonna get. We ain't doing predictions, but I'm just saying I think that like you said, they do have the best possible scenario for themselves for these first 2 rounds.
Well, I'll say this before we get off this topic. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the one thing I think the committee or whoever you want to say did it. I just think they dropped the ball right there. I agree with you. A&M has it set up perfect for him. The only thing I would have changed, A&M has to play that game at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Could you imagine if A&M would have got him at night on the December 20th? Like, to me, that would have been lit. Like, I just think, bruh, they dropped the ball on the committee because I would have loved to see get Alabama, Oklahoma the 19th, and then make Ole Miss and Tulane play the beginning, the early game, make JMU, Oregon play the second game, and end the night with Miami versus A&M, bruh. At A&M, that would have been so lit to me. But you're gonna start the day with A&M and Miami. I give that advantage to Miami because even though it's gonna be rocking, A&M, bro, it's not the same as at night.
I agree, X. And they usually, the TV partners are really good with this, but they screwed this one up. How do you make that game, which is expected to be the best game of that day, the noon game, and then you put JMU Oregon at night? Right. I mean, come on. I mean, C might be asleep by halftime.
But you didn't even make it the middle game. You made it the first game. I watched Oklahoma, Alabama. I wake up, I gotta watch Miami and Texas A&M. To me, that made no sense. I don't understand what they were doing.
Hey man, they need to put the damn JMU game on Thursday morning. I gotta watch this shit. Put that shit. They need to do this shit like the NCAA Thursday morning on TNT.
I know. I'll say this. I know you was about to say something, C, but I'll say this. I know that we're making our predictions next week, but unless I change my mind, I know I kind of see how you're going with it, and I see how the box office. I know we're going against the Great because I'll tell y'all, unless I change my mind, I got Miami in that game. I think the Hurricanes beat them.
We'll make our picks next week, but if I had to tell you, I actually think I'd pick A&M.
Okay.
I tell you, I definitely pick A&M at home. And even though it is a day game, I just think, bro, rain, sleet, snow, or hell, that 12 man gonna give them hell, bro. And Miami has a rich heritage themselves for their home games. So they let's see how this team responds to walking into the same kind of atmosphere, but them be the visiting team.
That's true. That is true. We're gonna find
out. All
out.
right. Next topic is our last college football topic of the night. Who is your Heisman winner? And who do you think will win the Heisman?
Diego Pavia will be my Heisman winner, but Fernando Mendoza is going to win the Heisman. And I think it's fair. I think it's close. I do think it's close because what Fernando Mendoza has done at Indiana this year, and especially, like I told y'all, I know I flipped it on the night before the game, or the day of the game. I flipped to the Buckeyes, but I felt like if he beat the Buckeyes, that would kind of like stamp his Heisman. And I think he stamped his Heisman by beating the Buckeyes. So I do think he's going to win it because that's fresh in our mind. He just beat the Buckeyes, but I would give it to Diego Pavia. Only losing 2 games this year in the SEC at Vanderbilt. And the way he performed in those games, bro. I'm going Diego Pavia, bro. I know you can sit here and say you can't do that, but if you swap them and put them on each other's team, I think Pavia would go crazy for Indiana.
Bro, you must have read my mind. I was literally just saying, all right, when I'm coming in, I'm going to say, switch them 2 boys. Put Pavia on Indiana with Signetti coaching him. Oh, my God, bro. I think clearly Pavia is the best quarterback in the country this year. I really think that, and I just think that he has just shown us that he wheels his team to victory. It might sound crazy, but I think Indiana has a little more to work with than he does down there, and he has a better coach arguably. So I look at it. I would definitely give it to Dino Pavia, but Fernando Mendoza is going to win it. It's like he like X said, I couldn't have said it any better myself. He stamped his Heisman win by beating Ohio State. That's all he had to do. Now he has out of everybody that's a finalist, he has the biggest win. He has the biggest win. We say Heisman's usually come down to Heisman moments. You know what his Heisman moment was? The interview after the
Bro, I don't know what he was doing.
that was his Heisman moment. I was like, how can he not give it to this kid, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, oh, gee, college, wow. And he had gone and played a hell of a game, man. And it was just like, he's the Heisman winner, bro. So, you know, congratulations to him. I don't think you can get any kind of good odds if you were going to go bet right now on him. Because it's like apparent, it was so apparent after they win that the world wanted him to have the Heisman. But I would give it to Poppy, me.
Okay, so I do think Mendoza's going to win it. Here's my thing, man. I think Pavia's had an awesome year. But my argument is always, and the way I decide is always consistent. The year Jaden Daniels won it, I said Penix was my vote because Penix made the playoff.
Yeah.
Last year, I said Ashton Genty's my Heisman because he made the playoff. And because of that, I would go with Mendoza. He simply made the playoff. Pavia didn't. I know it's a committee. You know, it's not fair. Indiana's also undefeated, the only undefeated team in the country. He's got the numbers. Now he's got the Heisman moment. You know, you could say that the Penn State game, the clutch drive was the moment, but also just beating Ohio State was huge.
Right.
That interview, I mean, that was like a movie. Like I couldn't believe that interview. I liked it because it was something different, but he was losing his damn mind. But it was fun to watch. I watched it over again because I just thought it was so funny. But to me, I would, I do think Pavia's second, but I got to give it to the guy that's made the playoff, and that's my argument every year. If you don't make the playoff, I would not vote for you. So that was my issue with Travis Hunter last year. Like, they didn't make it. So Ashton Genty as a G5 school did. So I think that's my thing this year. Same thing. It's got to be consistent. And for me, Mendoza would be getting my Heisman vote.
I like that you described yours. I'll say mine. I like to give it to the best player in the country. Who I thought Ashton Genty was the best player in the country last year. I thought they actually was going to win a playoff game. I was wrong, but I thought Ashton Genty was the best player in college football last year. I like to give it to who I think is the best player. Like, I hate the years where you rewarded guys like Scott Frost. This is no disrespect to Scott Frost, wherever you are. I'm just a big believer in who do you think is the best player in the country? And that's like, when this is not a team award. Yeah, your team success plays a part in it, but at the end of the day, who do you think is the best player in the country? I just think what I saw, man, Diego Pavia, bro. That dude, I watched him against LSU. I watched him even in his losses. I felt like he's a competitor, bro.
Even in his losses, bro.
Yeah,
even
bro.
in his losses, bro, he ain't lose. Vanderbilt lost, but he ain't lose. And he damn near got Vanderbilt to win. But I look at it like I said, like you said, man. I like the best player in football. It's not about the best team. Unfortunately, it is a quarterback award.
Sure.
So they should really just change it, because what you have to do to win it at a different position is ridiculous. And I'm just saying that. I'm saying that right after somebody last year, somebody won it from a different position than quarterback, but he was an anomaly. He was a double threat, and he was heavily promoted. I really just I think that there needs to be a certain criteria set for this, instead of this is basically, like I said, I always argue about MVPs and Heisman trophies. Bro, those are opinion awards.
Right.
Those are simply somebody's opinions, a consensus opinion of a group of people. So I take those not with a grain of salt, but you can't come with me and tell me that this player is better than this player because he got so and so amount of MVPs, but his numbers are completely better. I don't go with that. So I mean, having a Heisman, that's the Heisman committee's opinion on who they want to give it to. So I think it either needs to be some kind of criteria that needs to be put out there, or we just gonna continue to have this, man. You're gonna have people whose opinion, whose Heisman moment, these things matter, and these aren't things that can be measured. Like you can't measure somebody's Heisman moment, but it does. We all agree that it does come into play when they're picking the Heisman winner, correct?
Yeah, for sure. It comes to that has to come into play. But my thing is this: if you think, I'm just go for majority of the year, Ohio State, right? Ohio State, you might say for the most part before last week, they were the best team all year long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, if you said if Ohio State had one quarterback, that would be illegal for them to have, the first name out of my mouth is Diego Pavia. I'd be like, bro, yeah, Pavia, bro, what? Ohio State would be illegal, bro. Like, that wouldn't even be fair. If you had Mendoza, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And I'm saying Mendoza's going to win the award. I like Mendoza. But I'm more like, no disrespect to Mendoza, I'm more on Cignetti. I told y'all, if I could have picked any coach for LSU, it was Cignetti. Cignetti, bro, last year, they won every game. They lost one game in the regular season.
Man, I just think like that was a great example you used, because if you give them Pavia, it is illegal, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you give them Mendoza. That's the same thing to me as having Sayin.
Yeah, Ty Simpson or any of the guys that Carson, it's all the same to me.
Yeah, that's no big measurable change. But it's if they had Dino Pavia for that game against Indiana, they blow Indiana out, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think they beat Indiana.
It's not even a close game. And they lost that game. That one player blowout.
How about Indiana, man?
Shout out to them, bro.
Shout out to Indiana, bro.
Their last Big Ten title was 1967. None of us were born.
Bruh, I love Cignetti, bro. I swear, like, no.
Bruh, what he's done, I think, is, even though we give him props, I think it's flying under the radar, bro. 2 years at Indiana. 2 years. He made the playoffs. And then the next year, he wins the Big Ten. He beats Oregon and Ohio State in the same year. And he wins the Big Ten. He didn't win the G5. No. He won the Big Ten.
And the number one overall seed in the playoffs.
In 2 years at Indiana. He didn't take over in Oklahoma.
Right. I was just about to get to that.
Indiana. The only two guys that can ever name you that went to Indiana, well, three. Your boy Tracy Porter, Antoine Randall, and Tevin Coleman from the Falcons. I can't name more than three.
I forgot about Tevin Coleman. You saw it. Yeah, Tevin Coleman went there.
Bruh, I can't name. That's how bad that program was. They were a laughing stock. You forget about Indiana football.
That's why I'm so surprised. Like, Cignetti even signed the extension, because he could have literally handpicked.
Penn State wanted him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they want, but think about from a recruiting standpoint. He did the opposite of what Lane Kiffin did. That fool said, "I'm gonna build that stuff right here in Indiana, bro." But he could have handpicked the job he wanted. Had he not signed that extension, he could have said, "Oh, LSU's open. I'm gonna take that job. Florida's open. Oh, I'm gonna take that job. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin chose a different job. Oh, I can go take Ole Miss and do something with them." And that fool said, "I'm staying in Indiana, bro."
But he's a different kind of cat, bro. He's a different kind of cat. Well, you and me, we both the same. But I remember I was trying. the number one market for radio is New York City, right?
Right.
Everybody wants to go to New York. So for years, I was like, man, damn, I wish I could just get to New York, bro. And I think probably I would have been in radio maybe like 4 years. And I was like, you know what? Fuck New York. I'm gonna make them come down here where I'm at. I'm gonna bring everybody. Everybody gonna want to come to Meridian and do their show. Meridian, Mississippi. That was my whole thing. I said, I'm gonna make it poppin' to come down here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think he's thinking, I'm gonna make Indiana the spot everybody wanna go. I don't have to come to where y'all already got it popping in. I'm gonna make Indiana the place where everybody want to come. And guess what? If Indiana, if you're one of the top recruits, Indiana is now on your radar for sure. For sure. Now that's gonna be the only thing you can do up there is play football. I don't think the girls look too good, but that's all you're gonna be up there. You're gonna be focusing on football, man, and that's it. So
and that might be a good thing.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. It might be if you're a knucklehead and you trying to find a way to be good, that might be the spot for you. That may be the spot for you because you're gonna have a hard time in these spots like LSU and Texas and all that, where there's a whole bunch to do and beautiful women. So go up there with them ugly women and nothing to do, man. you can get yourself together if you're a troublemaker, bro.
I got a question for y'all before we move on. I know we gotta go to the NFL, bro. Does Kirk Signetti win a national championship at Indiana? I say no.
Yes.
Wow, I love Kirk Signetti. I just think that's too hard, bro.
Bruh, if he just won the Big Ten.
I know he did, bro. I know. But Yvonne, man,
I feel like if you can win the Big Ten or the SEC, you can win a national title.
But dog,
and his rosters are only gonna get better.
Yeah, but okay, like this year, to beat Ohio State for a second time, dog, it's gonna be so hard. Look what Ohio State did to Oregon the second time they played. Like I'm just like that's.
I agree, but I'm saying, bro, he's got 10 years.
I know.
And then he's just starting out. He's gonna do it.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I think if he doesn't win it this year, he probably won't, though, bro. I don't think he has. I think that he's doing his best job right now. Like I think it gets harder now for him because he's not sneaking up on anybody. Like they say, you're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Everybody, they circling that game against Indiana right now. Ohio State is not going to be laughing at y'all when they see, oh, yeah, we got them this year. They're not laughing no more. They got the game face on going out there ready to beat your ass. So you got everybody out there ready to beat Indiana and get these stripes off you now. So if you don't go and get them now, it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard, bro. We've seen it happen too many times, man. Teams in every sport do too well, too fast. Like I think OKC, for example, they won last year. If they had not have won last year, bro, I don't think they would have came back and been doing what they're doing this year. And I think they may have blown it after then. You got to strike while the iron is hot. You know, and I think that's what he's doing. I think he has a good chance this year. But I think this may be his best chance ever. Now, if he wins it this year, then maybe he gets something going because people see it been done. Now you got people wanting to jump in the portal and go to Indiana, and recruits start looking at it like that. He's showing you he can coach. This is what's the difference between him turning Indiana around as fast as he did. He went there, and he didn't have the Michigan recruits like when Harbaugh went there, right? He already had Michigan recruits there. He just had to coach them. You know, he didn't have Alabama recruits like when Saban went there. He already had Alabama recruits. He just had to coach them. He got to Indiana, and he had Indiana recruits.
Bro, that's why.
Well, he took a lot of JMU players with them, and the highest JMU player was a 3-star.
That's why I'm about to say, okay, he had JMU recruits. He had JMU guys, and he went and did
That's why I wanted him to come to. That's why when we asked who's the guy that you want, I'm like, go get that guy. That guy is winning with them dudes, and that's why when we did the top 5 coaches of going into this year, I'm like, bro, if Kurt Signetti's not in your top 5, I don't know what you're doing. No, he's at Indiana doing this. That's crazy to me.
Bruh, I will say this right now. Nick Saban's the GOAT. If Signetti wins this national title, it is more impressive than anything Nick Saban has done.
I agree. I can't lie. See, I do.
If he wins this,
if he wins this national championship this year,
if he wins this might be the most memorable championship I've ever witnessed in all sports I've watched.
You might be right. I still think you putting a little too much sauce on it.
Hey, see, I got a question for you. I'm not trying to play you. Same thing with box office. If you think about it, besides Mendoza, who you know on Indiana's team?
Number 88.
Oh, Elijah Surratt.
No, I know we know. I'm just saying.
Like preseason, I didn't know anybody. Now I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know Mendoza's little brother, the backup quarterback.
Well, what I'm saying is these are not household names. They're
3 stars.
That's gonna be insane, dog.
Bro, look, bro, we're LSU and Texas fans. If we had a team full of 3 stars, we'd be pissed off. we would be pissed, bro. If you told me if I told you Sarkisian got a team full of 3 stars, you'd be like, bro, he needs to be fucking fired. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I'm gonna tell you this though, bro. And I know it's like, man, X always goes there. But there's a reason why coaches in high school, I know it's not high school, it's college, but when you have kids that win at certain programs that's not as athletic, because they're not big-headed, they're not entitled kids. Signetti got the kids that had to get it out the mud. He may not have the 5 stars that walk around the campus with their head up like they're just the hot stuff. He has the 3-star kids and below that better be paying attention if they're trying to get to the league. And I'm not saying it's easier to win with them. I'm just saying, it depends on the coach that you have in place that can be all the difference. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'd take a team full of hardworking 3 stars.
I'm with you for sure. Me too.
Or a team full of lazy ass 5 and 4 stars.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take a team full of hardworking 3 stars because they're gonna outwork those 5 and 4 stars every day.
Absolutely.
And that's what, like we talked about it. Like we called a couple of Northside games, and we could see the difference in the teams and how their programs were. And it was about discipline. It was about will. It was about following the game plan and all that. You know what I mean? So you look at those type of things, man, and it's, bruh, that's how you could tell a good coach, bro. A good coach maximizes the potential of the players he got on there. He maximizes. And some players, like I say, Pavia, I think he maximizes the players, the players around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, cause what's Vanderbilt's coach's name?
Clark Lee.
Clark Lee, there you go.
Yeah, I think his best move was going and getting Pavia. I think that's his best coaching move he's ever made.
Oh, no doubt.
Because I believe he didn't have to do much. I think he didn't have to do much. I think at the end of the game, he'll say, shit, Dino, what you want? What you think? And Dino like, give me the ball, I'm going to go do something. And he go do something. You know what I mean? And I look at a player like that, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. Like, draft coming up, Pavia's a senior, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be – I know he's not going to be a first-round pick. But whoever picks him, they getting a player, bro. And if he gets a chance to get on the field for somebody, I think he's going to be all right, bro. I really do think he's going to be all right. He's kind of undersized.
I think he'll be like Doug Flutie.
I see a Baker Mayfield in it. This version of Baker Mayfield. I see this version of Baker
I
Mayfield.
think he'll like magical moments, but he'll never be the long-term answer. Like he'll never be the guy that you can really just say he's my franchise quarterback. I don't see that in him. I do think he can have
Perfect
like
situation.
a great backup quarterback though.
Perfect situation. I see him being all right. I think if he falls into the perfect situation, perfect coach, and has a few weapons around him, I think he'll be all right. But I think he just has that will in him. I think he has that will in him.
The NFL is a different game, though, bro. That's
Yeah, man. Cause I mean, we saw the two quote unquote best quarterbacks out this past draft fight each other in a game this past week, and it ended up how it ended up. They're on two bad teams, and they were the best coming out of the draft in most people's opinion.
Mm-hmm. All right,
well, we're going to talk more college football playoff next weekend. That's when we'll make all our predictions because there's no college football playoff games this weekend. Before we go to NFL, we have to say the final NCAA standings for the year. And we picked 101 games this year. 101 games. And
Box
number
office.
one, first.
His computer messing up now, box office.
Yeah. Now it don't want to work. And number one, Antonio, we got to give him credit. 65-36. Jasper.
Games.
I don't know what Jasper was doing this weekend, bro. He chose like BYU. He chose
all the underdogs.
I don't know what he was doing because he was only a couple games behind Antonio, and he finished the second at 63-38. Me and C end up tied 61-40.
I'm gonna go back and look at them numbers, man. You screwed me out of a game or two.
And X, the supposedly sports junkie, went 56-45. So I think we might have to strip him of that title until next year.
If we do that, then we gotta strip you of box office and trendsetter because y'all didn't set no trends. And it's not box office. Because it would be one thing. It would be one thing if y'all won. And I don't want to hear past because I've won stuff in the past. I'm saying this year, y'all didn't win either.
Yeah, but 2 years ago, I won in both. C won in both last year.
Oh God!
I mean, you're like Nick Saban's Alabama. You're old. You're like your titles are old. You know, me and C, we're Signetti. You know, we're we're winning now. We're Ryan Day.
Yeah. Here we go.
But hey,
like they say, man, new hotness.
Yeah. I want to give Antonio credit because it's not easy winning these picks, bro. And 101 games, he did it. So, you know, X, better luck next year.
I'm gonna win the playoff stuff, and I'm gonna win the bowl mania if we do that.
Well, I'm still gonna make them fill out a bracket, and we'll have some fun with college, with the playoff. So
I'm already up 1-0, and y'all taking A&M on the 20th. That's crazy.
Wow.
All right, let's head on to the.
You trapped yourself into our season, bro.
All right, let's head on to the NFL. Another
Who
crazy.
that? Who said he gonna beat them Saints? Not them damn Bucks. I know that.
Yeah, CAC. You know how we do, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, get over there and stay over there, bro.
Oh. Hey, man,
all right, so your winners and losers of this past week. Go ahead.
You want me to go?
You can go ahead.
All right, bro. My biggest loser, bro. I'm gonna save it for you. I'm gonna let you say it, box office, because you know who your loser better be. Because I feel bad for you. I really do. Like, I'm not even being funny like right now. Like that. Like, I'm never gonna celebrate nobody's injury. I'm not. I won't do that. That's not cool. So I'll go a different direction because I did write those names down. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. At this point, are we ready to say it's over for them?
I actually do think it's over for them now.
I called it last week.
You did. You picked Houston. Shout out to you. You did pick Houston to win.
That was a good pick.
That was a good pick, and I should have went with you because I picked Houston the week before because I was like, man, their defense is so nasty, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, bro. You did that. I'm gonna say the Chiefs, bro, under 500, 13 games in is crazy. Crazy work. That to me is wild. I can't believe I'm even sitting back saying that, I thought that maybe the Chargers and the Broncos would challenge them for the division, but I thought it would look more like the NFC West and how everything's happening and transpiring in the NFC West, how they're all one game of each other. Dog, even with all the injuries for the Chargers, they just beat Philly last night. Like, there's no excuses. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, I don't know what's going on with them, but they're my biggest loser because right now I don't think they're making the playoffs. I just don't see a scenario because head-to-head, Jacksonville has the tiebreaker over them. Okay, Jacksonville don't win the division. If Houston wins it, Houston got the head over you now. So, like, how are you going to get in that wild card spot if you're behind these teams? So I'm going to say that the Chiefs are pretty much done at this point. So they're my biggest loser. My biggest winner, bro, believe it or not, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is the Carolina Panthers, bro. Dog, do y'all realize the Carolina Panthers are tied for the division right now? And I think it was you, Box Office. One of y'all said it before the season started. Y'all were like, Carolina's going to be straight this year. And I was like, hell no. Carolina's going to be terrible. Dog.
That was me.
The Bucks are beat up. Dog, I'm just here to say Carolina gets them twice in the next few weeks.
That's going to determine the division.
Right. If Carolina wins the division, I don't care if Box Office anybody. Nobody could have told me they thought Carolina was going to win the division this year. Over Tampa Bay, over Atlanta. I'm not going to say the Saints because I don't think none of us thought the Saints was going to win a division. But shout out to Carolina, bro. They're right into the thick of things, bro. And that, to me, is phenomenal for that team because you couldn't have told me that before the season started. I would have laughed like I did when Box Office said, oh, yeah, they'll be straight. I'm like, hell no, them boys are trash. But shout out to them, bro.
All right. So I'll go with my losers first. Damn, bro, there's a lot of losers.
It is. I got a whole list full right here.
Nah, it's a lot of losers, and I'm like you. I want to save Box Office for his own, for his losers, man. I'll go with this one. Cleveland Browns fans. I say they're the losers because you finally found your quarterback, but you got dumbass coach. You have a dumbass coach and ownership and GM and president or whatever. Everything about your team has always been predicated on y'all having a terrible quarterback. Now you finally got one, and your dumbass coach pulls him out for the 2-point conversion and runs a wildcat play. Bro, y'all can't win for losing, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what you cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's the dumbest things I ever seen. So I felt sorry for the Browns when I saw how their game ended. Everybody, felt sorry for Shador. I did. But I felt more sorry for Browns fans, bro, because I could imagine being a fan and watching my team do that. I'd be up screaming at the top of my lungs. Shador done drove us down there twice, scored 2 times in a row, and all we needed for him to give us a 2-point conversion. Where's Shador going? Like, Shador's like, oh, me? Oh, all right, I'm coming. He didn't even realize he didn't like, sure, you taking me out? Okay, all right, bet. And come out because he don't want to cause no kind of scene. So he's going over there. This man is playing great, and you take him out. I feel so sorry for their fans, bro. I really did. And winners. I said it earlier, man. Who that? Who that said he gonna beat them Saints? And I'll say Saints and Saints fans. I think we got us some, bro. I think we got us some.
Oh,
man.
you like our coach now?
Hell no, not our coach. I like our quarterback now. Oh, shucks. Hey, man, I think we got us some, bro. I see somebody gave him a comparison to Allen up there in Buffalo, bro. I said, dang. I wonder.
You're giving my dog fire fuel right now. He's writing all this stuff down, bro. He's like,
that's good, man, because I mean, Josh Allen actually didn't start off his career looking as good as this. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, you know what? If he can stay healthy, he's learning. You can tell he's learning. And the difference between him and the future, who he replaced, is I think he's responsible for us winning. He's actually taking some ownership in us winning the games that he's won. I don't think Spencer Rattler, although we weren't losing because of him, we weren't winning because of him either. I think we won that game Sunday because of him. I think we won that game because of Shuck. And I think that he can only get better if he's doing this well and he's progressing this fast. And he's pause. I love big guys. He's a big guy.
whoa, fella, big fella. Whoa.
He's a big guy doing this, bro. When I saw him take off for that first touchdown, I was like, yeah, there go that 4.5 speed. He's 6'4", run a 4.5. Give me all that, man. Pause. I think we got us one with that one, bro. So Saints fan, I think we should be encouraged by this. I started to do a reason to say who that this week, bro. But I think that we should be looking forward to seeing him progress for the rest of the season. No, I don't want us to lose out. I think we need to go ahead and try to win every game we can, and see what we actually have on this team. Matter of fact, I said next week I'm gonna tell y'all exactly who we need to keep on the team and who need to go after next week. But a good news for the Saints fans, we don't have to draft a quarterback early this year. We don't have to. So I think we good right there.
Who we should draft? Who we should draft?
I don't know, man. A big ass receiver.
Man. Who you like? You like Jordan Tyson?
No, he's cool. But it's another
Cordell Tate will be coming out.
I wanted to get Jeremiah Love. That's who I want. I don't care nothing about all that other stuff. I want Love.
Nah, man.
Jeremiah Love right now is better than Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is hurt.
Yeah, he's washed.
Bruh, shut up. But,
he wasn't doing anything when he was healthy.
I like Jordan. I do like Jordan Tyson. Jeremiah Smith, of course, he ain't coming out yet. Antonio Williams.
That's why I told you, see, if we can get Jeremiah Love this year, not saying have a great year, have a tough year next year too, and then Jeremiah Smith, baby. Woo!
We're not trying to wait that
down
long.
there.
I think we good with Neil, bro. I think we good with Neil.
I like Neil at Kansas. I picked Kansas to win the Big 12 last year because of him and Daniels.
Yeah,
I was wrong, but I do like Neil. I'm with you.
I think we could do something with Neil because he runs hard.
He does.
He runs hard, man. I think he's just small. He's just small. I mean, not small. He's just young. So I think he'll sit another year behind Kamara, and he'll be good. And what's that bum we got from TCU that can't stay healthy?
Kendrick Miller.
Yeah, Kendrick Miller. Let them two fight it out. But I don't want Kendrick. I'd cut that scrub.
Come on, man. Why we gotta call him a scrub, man?
He always hurt, bro.
Hey, I didn't say it, Miller. C's saying that, bro.
I said it to your face.
Go ahead, box office, bro.
I'm a real.
All right, I'm gonna just pretend like I didn't hear all that. 'Cause that was like crazy stuff.
You got way more problems than that. Go ahead.
And the only reason he was better than Josh Allen at this point is because he spent 18 years in college. He better be.
I tell you, he finds ways, bro. He finds ways.
Yeah, but you said that was a bad thing.
It is. He's still not good.
That obviously made him better.
He's still not that good, man. Anyways, let me go to my winner of the week. My winner is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I swear to God, he was gonna say that.
Bruh, we all had the Ravens winning. I said from the start, I think they'll split, but I thought the home teams would be the ones to get these games. Now they're gonna play at the end of the year, last game of the year in Pittsburgh. That's huge. We gotta call it what it is, bruh. Because I know Aaron Rodgers has been getting flack, and we've all been tough on him. Lamar Jackson's been worse than Aaron Rodgers. He's been bad, bro. For one touchdown in the last 4 games, he's been bad. He doesn't look as explosive as he did before the injury. I don't know if something's bothering him. Regardless, though, he's playing. I thought this was the game for the Ravens. If you're going to put pressure on Pittsburgh, this was the game to get them. And they lost. Their defense did not look good. I think Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, had his second best game this year. I thought the best one was against the Jets, but he actually looked good against them. I just think this is a huge, huge game for the Steelers in that division. Now the Ravens play the Bengals, who they lost on Thanksgiving to. So now you got to go to Cincinnati. It's not guaranteed you win over there. I mean, we were surprised since he beat them the first time around. So my winner is the Steelers, bro, because I think now the pressure's back on the Ravens, and I like the way the Steelers defense play. Their defense has been just so up and down. 1 week they get burned, the next week they look good. I can't figure out Steelers defense. And Mike Tomlin has done a really good job against Lamar. Lamar's got a losing record all time against Pittsburgh. He does not play well against them. So that's something Lamar's going to get through. The good news is, just stay 1 game behind the Steelers. You get them at the end of the year, and you're going to have another opportunity. But this was a big win for the Steelers, if you ask me. My loser, like y'all said, is actually we can go 1,000 different directions. But no one's a bigger loser than my Colts. Bruh. The Colts were tied for first place in the division. And Daniel Jones' non-contact injury, I knew exactly what it was. Like I'm sure y'all do. Whenever it's non-contact, it's over with. Mm. It was bad. He knew it too. He was slamming his helmet. I want to give respect to Daniel Jones because it was raining. He tore his Achilles. He put a walking boot on, and he went back to the bench and just sat there and soaked it all in for the next couple hours. That was respectable. I feel terrible for him. This was also a big year for him because he's a free agent. Now what I think the Colts are going to do, I think they're going to tag him for a year. And I think, and if I'm Chris Ballard, that's what I would do. I would tag him for a year. I'm not giving him a long term off an Achilles, but I also hate the timing of it. It's December.
Right.
You gonna be ready for next year?
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
not the beginning of next year for sure.
And then they signed this old geezer, Philip Rivers.
Oh, watch him out. Watch him out.
But I actually, and I'm going to segue because that's my next topic. What do y'all make of the Colts going with Philip Rivers? And I'll go first just because I'm already on it. I actually like it, believe it or not. And the reason I like it is because he knows the system.
Bias.
He knows the playbook. He's played under this playbook his whole career. He's coaching back in Alabama and apparently is using this exact playbook. So he knows the playbook. No one would give us a shot with Riley Leonard. Okay, he's a rookie. He has yet to start a game. AR, man, I mean, bro, he had that freak accident, and he knows the system, and now he would have been able to get another shot, and this fool is on IR. I mean, come on, bro. It's just this would have been Anthony Richardson's, second opportunity, let's call it. And now he's out. I actually like it. I don't think the Colts are going to make the playoffs. If they did, that would be insane. Of Philip Rivers to do that after 5 years absence in the league. 5 years. But he knows the playbook. I think Philip Rivers right now is better than Riley Leonard. That's our other option.
Hey, bro.
So that's my thoughts on it. We'll still miss the playoffs, and it's going to be crap in the end.
Hey, bro.
And I hate it.
Hey, my question is, why not call Andrew Luck? If y'all just go and get an old-ass dude, go get an old-ass co-quarterback, call Andrew Luck, bro. I'd originally said Peyton Manning, but Andrew Luck's only 36 years old. And I know he stepped away because he was just really mentally exhausted from it. And I saw him on the sideline at Stanford the other day, and he needs to just let it go. With he got the car ain't got no roof at the top of his head, but I think that I'm sure he can still come in there and do something.
But just to cut you off for a second, see, Anthony Richardson was hurt like 2 years ago. The Colts reached out to Luck. They confirmed it. They said they reached out. They were like, hey, here's your shot. And he said no. So that's why. I think they said we tried.
So this is y'all's thing. This is what y'all do. Y'all just call old ass dudes up. If y'all
because we think they're better than these scrubs that we got currently.
I mean, I understand because hell, I know Drew Brees can't throw a football right now. But last season, if you had told me we had a chance to get Brees back, I'd say, hey, I'll take Brees over these dudes, man. Go ahead, try. Go ahead and try.
I would have, if I'm being honest, I would have liked the Colts to call up Derek Carr. But the issue is I don't think he knows his playbook. Because Derek Carr can play right now on a contender.
Yeah, he can play on a contender. He can play. Derek Carr can play, period. He's not gonna play no more, bro, because we're not gonna give him that. We're not gonna let him play.
Yeah, he doesn't know the system. Otherwise, I would have said call Derek Carr.
But y'all would have had to trade something for him. Or get us to cut it.
Yeah. The same thing with if you want to go get Kirk Cousins, you got to trade for him.
Yeah, like right now, and then trade deadline's gone. So now you got to convince us to cut him. And then, all this stuff ain't going to happen. It's just too much. I understand why they did it. And if he's been keeping himself in shape, and Philip Rivers never been just this, oh man, look at this, the shape on that guy. I think he can go. He could probably go play quarterback right now. He's not just been, hey man, this dude, he's so mobile. No, he's not done doing all that stuff anyway.
And by the way, he's gonna start Sunday against Seattle. I'm telling you right now.
God.
I'm telling you right now. Everything I'm reading, he's gonna start against Seattle.
Hey, awesome. I got Seattle's defense. And
I need to go pick them fools up. Hey, bro, they on the way with somewhere. I need to go pick them up.
Bro, but imagine he goes in there, throws 2 touchdowns, and the Colts win.
Then I win, bro. Hey, you can put me down right now. We picked that game. I got Seattle, bro.
But imagine though. Everybody would be like, look, not bad pickup then.
Hey, bro. I don't know if y'all got the game on in y'all's house or whatever, but Florida's playing UConn right now.
I'm watching that exactly, yeah.
Bro, Joakim Noah looks like he's 67 years old.
Come on, man.
Hey, bro, this dude, he's aged like bread, bro. And he's aged like milk, not wine. This is crazy, bro. He's grown out his beard. He just, this dude just look like
you can tell he's hippie and it looks rusty.
Yeah, it's like he's like an old ass hippie though. He's like a 60s hippie. But
doesn't live his best life, man.
Man, he is, bro. You could have never told me that guy walking around, maybe because he's tall, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, so yeah, he used to hoop. But I would have said, oh, where did he hoop, like in 86, 87? There's no way you could have told me that this guy was just in the NBA like less than 10 years ago.
Man. Yeah, bro. But let me get back to your question, box office. Believe it or not, bro, I'm really with Ronnie Leonard, bro. I know you might think that's a joke, but I'm not. I don't even know why y'all went get your boy. It was like, dog, what are we doing, bro? Like, my thing is this. Y'all like what, a 3-game losing streak right now?
It's a Hail Mary. It's like whatever.
I know that's like a Hail Mary that can't go 40 yards. That's terrible. I don't know what y'all thinking, bro. Last time I remember seeing Phillip Rivers, I was like, bro, he needs to retire. He needs to retire right now.
No, he was not bad last time.
The last game I watched him play, I was like, he was playing for your Colts, wasn't he?
Yes, but it was a playoff game against Josh Allen. He threw 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. What are you talking about?
Get him out.
He actually looked good.
Well, okay.
You were watching Drew Brees. I don't know who you were watching.
No.
Rivers did not look bad, bro.
No, that last season, half of the season, the back end of that season, he did not.
He made the playoffs with Phillip Rivers.
The team could be good and make a play. Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl. Did he look good?
Exactly. The team is good.
No, I'm not saying your team wasn't good.
Box office. X hate old people, bro. X hate old people, bro. If you get old, X want your ass out the way.
No, I'm not saying that you're wrong about him having 2 touchdowns. I'm saying when I watched him play, I just said to myself that, you know, when you grew up, you watched Phillip Rivers, you remember Phillip Rivers with the Chargers, and you're saying, he ain't that guy no more. When Peyton Manning retired, I remember Peyton Manning. I remember the sheriff. So when I saw that, I'm like, nah, he's not the same guy no more. He might have had some touchdowns. Drew Brees. C wanted to bring Drew Brees back. I didn't think Drew Brees should be back. I'm like, no, Brees is done.
But Peyton and Drew, you could tell, lost the velocity on the ball. Go right after the show. Right after the show, look at the Colts Bills playoff game from 4 years ago. Rivers' arm was working.
You thought his arm strength was still there?
Yes.
I do not. Man, I'm gonna look it up after the show.
Look it up. He actually looked good in that game.
But yeah,
bro, that was 4 years ago. That boy's gonna look horrible Sunday.
Bro, I don't know. Like,
Sunday,
bro, Ronnie Leonard. I'm not lying. I'm not saying he's gonna be y'all savior this year for sure, because obviously I don't believe it because y'all went and signed Phillip Rivers. But I'm like, he's young. See what you got.
He actually kind of plays like Daniel Jones.
Right. I'm like, see what you got. He can run the football. He can, he scored. I think he scored a touchdown this past week running the football. I was watching a lot of stuff going on. But
he didn't look terrible.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I have. Like I told you about Spencer Rattler. I want to see what I have. I could possibly trade him. If he would work out for me, I could say, okay, well, I gotta have something this year. I may be able to start with him and bring Daniel Jones back in the back end. But now you're just going straight to Phillip Rivers, like you said, throwing a Hail Mary. And I just don't think that's the answer. I just don't think that y'all going to make the playoffs no more with Phillip Rivers. Shoot, y'all might not make the playoffs with Daniel Jones healthy because he was struggling down the
Okay, but we wouldn't make it with Riley Leonard, probably.
Maybe not, but I would at least let Riley Leonard drive his stock up a little bit and learn a little bit. And then next year, I'm more set up in next year.
I think what's going on is the Colts, they're kind of thinking like I think, bro. You got to strike while the iron is hot. Right now, they started off looking the best that they've looked in years. They like, hey, bro, if we could just keep, we need to see how this season can end. We need to see how good we could have been. And the drop off, they believe probably from Daniel Jones to Riley Leonard is so big. They think the drop off between Daniel Jones to Phillip Rivers at 44 isn't as big as between Riley Leonard. So, I mean, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to save whatever they have accomplished in this year without just like saying it's a wash. But would I have gone and gotten an old 44-year-old quarterback? No, indeed. No. But I was laughing at box office and I sent a text. I was like, bro, there's plenty of other quarterbacks out there. I said that without thinking. And then I went and Googled and I was like, it really isn't.
And none of them know our system. That's the thing. Like yeah. I'm telling you, the Rivers said this is the system he played with under his whole career. Steichen was his offense coordinator at one point. And then obviously he played for the Colts under Steichen. So like he knows the system. Now he is 44 and he hasn't played in years. And now he's gonna come there and he's gonna play against a really good Seattle team.
Right.
Hey, bro, if that fool pulls that off,
we got like the Niners too. In like a couple of weeks,
and we got the Texans again.
Yeah, like bro.
Hey man, I lie. It's a quarterback they could have went and got. He's mobile. Colin Kaepernick, he out there. He ready. If they call Colin Kaepernick, bro,
he has not played in a decade.
I probably. Man, I would have died. I would have died. I don't know what I would have done. If the coach had called Colin Kaepernick, bro, I probably would have hyperventilated and croaked, bro. And what's bad is he'd have showed up for the trial like it would have been tripping. Like, I don't want no cameras. Like,
I could see Kaepernick's agent after they heard this calling the Colts say, "Hey, just so you know, we're also available."
Yeah, we're also available. I see you call him, but look, we're out here, dog. Oh my God, bro! I'm so glad Colin Kaepernick hadn't had his agent tell anybody he was available this year, bro. Or it hadn't come out in the press. I also damn tired of him doing that, bro. He's the epitome of gotta let it go. But that would have been hilarious. Box office head would have exploded if they'd have signed. If that had hit the ESPN wire or whatever, his phone had went off, and they had said the Indianapolis Colts signed Colin Kaepernick to their practice squad, that dude's head would have exploded, bro. It would have been hilarious.
Man. How many wins you think Phillip Rivers gets?
I think we got Seattle, San Fran, Houston, and Jacksonville.
0.
I say 1 win.
0, bro.
0. Hey, how many touchdowns to interceptions he's gonna have?
So that's 4 games. I'm gonna go 4.
All right, 3 interceptions this week.
No, I'm gonna say 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Oh, and does he finish the year as the starting quarterback for the Colts?
Yeah.
He finishes the year?
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 games.
But I think he gets benched.
That man's body ain't been hit by a real defense in 5 years, man. He might not finish his game.
I agree. I'm like, bro, go with Riley Leonard. What are we doing? Like, let him coach up Riley Leonard. I don't know. Oh my God, I can't believe they're bringing him back. Dog, that's wild to me. That's wild.
Y'all could have got Cam Newton, bro. He not doing shit. That would have been. It's so
RG3, bro. Like, why don't we get RG3, bro?
They don't know the system.
Bro, damn.
Bro. I don't give a damn, bro. I would got
Y'all would have
anybody.
just thrown these guys out there without knowing a damn play.
Bro, I'm just like, oh man, they must really not believe in Riley Leonard at all.
Hey,
Bro.
I would have been pissed if I was Riley Leonard for real.
Well, the reason is because I read he was on the practice squad all year because AR was the backup, so he wasn't getting reps with the actual starters.
Got you.
So that's why I think they believe in him more.
IR right now. I know he was hurt, but like, is he can't come back at all this year?
Well, he had eye surgery because this fool was stretching, bro, and the band hit his eye. And so he had to get eye surgery, and he's been on IR. And I read this week it's bad enough that it doesn't look like he's going to come back this year.
Dang, bro.
Well,
He's had some bad luck. I feel bad for Richardson. He's made some mistakes, but nothing crazy. I feel bad for him because it's just like unlucky stuff.
Good thing about it is you don't need his eye to rap.
Video.
Hey, dog. Yeah.
He's a rapper, bro.
That nigga sucked, dog.
But the rapping don't even piss me off. What pisses me off is he be getting a new tat every week.
Yeah. Ain't got to get any more.
I'm done with the tats.
But when you got, bro, a young kid with money is unbelievable right now, bro. The things that they just go do, and they have no, they don't think past 10 years, definitely. Like, they definitely don't think past 10 years. I have students. I have a student right now that has a tattoo on his neck. I said, bro, what are you doing? I said, why would you get that tattoo on your neck, man? He was like, man, it's dope. Bro, shut up. What are you gonna do with that, man? But he's not thinking past right now. He told me the girls like it. Bruh, girls like it now. Let's see how good that big, it's huge too, covers his whole side of his neck. I don't know, bro. I can imagine him if he had a whole bunch of money.
And I want to say he had 30 million when as a rookie because he was a top 5 pick. And that's a lot of money, bro, for someone that young. But and he's a good kid too, but I don't think he cares enough about actually football.
Nah. He's just good. It's something he can do. A lot of people, they just are so gifted. It's one thing they do. I was going to ask y'all this earlier. I saw at the whatever college game there was before that, they had like a big recruit. He was a high school kid, tall kid, and like you had grown men like taking pictures with him, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of, I don't want to say like full of himself, but you could say he's used to that. Like grown people wanting to be taking pictures with him, and he's just like, just kind of like, or whatever, right? And I'm thinking in his head, I was like, bruh, I don't, and they all look the same, like a college basketball player, like a highly recruited college basketball player. They all like have the same demeanor to me. And a college football player, a highly recruited college football player, they have the same demeanor to me to an extent too, but they are, I don't know, I think they're a little more personable than a basketball college recruit. Like highly recruited college player, man. Y'all, do you get what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I don't know. I just was trying to see if I was the only one who could see the difference in that.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I understand where you're going with it. It's an interesting take.
Yeah, I just think that, and when you get those kind of guys, and you put money in their hands, and they've been so good, like a tall basketball kid, he's been so good, and he's been tall probably his whole life, and he's already been touted to be the best at whatever he does. So it's like it's almost hard to for them to make I don't want to say make good decisions. I think that it's easier for them to just go with their impulses as a kid with money. That's what they are. They're just a kid with money, and they can do everything that they think that they've ever wanted to do as a kid. You know what I mean? They saw something cool. I can do it now. And you get $30 million. You get $30 million to me as a 19-year-old.
Bro. I could have been 25, 26. I'd have been wilding out.
Yeah, bro. I'd probably. Well, I met you. I was probably like 28, bro. You'd have gave me $30 million that day, bro. You know bro. It's no.
But you know what I'll say? Honestly, I know we clowning about that, but I think we would have flipped that money.
No, I would have definitely flipped it. I would have tried to flip it. I would have tried to flip it. I would have tried to flip it fast. You know what I'm saying? I would have been. I know for sure I would have made some bad investments just because I would have tried to see something that was going to hit quick, and I'd have put a lot of money in it, but I wouldn't have put too much in it. Like now, I would do a lot more research. Bro, if you gave me $30 million right now, that $30 million will probably sit down in my account and not be touched for months.
Right.
Until I found, maybe years, until I found exactly what to do with it. You know what I mean? But, you know, like you put $30 million in a 19-year-old kid's hands, bro, ain't no telling what they do, man. Yeah, he gonna get his whole body inked up. Because that's what they doing now. That's what the rappers doing. You know what I mean? So, and like Box Office said, he's doing a lot of unlucky stuff is happening to him. So, you know, I feel sorry for him, but a lot of stuff he bringing the criticism on himself. And, you know, it's just the kids these days, they think that they can just say and feel how they want to feel it. Man, I was tired. That's why I ran out the game. That's why I checked myself out the game.
Right.
Like, as an adult, we know you can't say that at your job. Yeah, I left. I was tired, bro. We know that we're adults, but he was a 20-year-old kid. Why you went out? Man, I was tired. Man, bring the other boy in here, man. I'm tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he made a video rapping in front of a gas station when he's hurt.
Every athlete wants to be a rapper. Well, I'm not saying every, but you know, and every rapper wants to be an athlete. You know, that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, man. And I wonder why, bro. Because I just it's never worked. Why does everybody think they that good that they'll be the one?
I think rappers, they get to live by a certain set of standards that NFL players, you know that, even NBA players, they get in trouble for little things that if they do with rappers, they'll be in trouble. And then rappers look at the NFL players, boy, they 6'9", 6'7", 6'1", but they super in shape. All the girls like them. It's just, I think that they both looking at each other and being like, man, I want to be able to do that.
Man, like Sister Shaka said, man, y'all trying to get in this shit. I'm trying to get about this shit. Like that's how all the rappers looking at ball players. And ball players, like they really trying to get in there. They want to be them. I don't understand it, bro. But you know, it is what it is, bro. It's easy for me to say this stuff at 46, bro.
Right.
But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think the older the players get, they're like, I don't want to be no damn rapper.
Yeah. I told my daughter the other day, I said, man, I really do believe that God does take care of babies and fools. Because when I was young, I was a real fool, like in the club doing, like I used to be in the club wilding out one deep by myself, like, and nothing happened to me. And something most definitely should have happened to me. The way I used to act. And you know, like I said, it's like God protects babies and fools. I was a fool. I wasn't a baby. I was a fool though. And so I think that that's what happens with a lot of them, and they get by and get away with a lot of stuff. And you know, there's a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't, and they have to take care of the they have to live with the consequences of the decisions they make.
Yep.
But yeah, man. End of the day, man, y'all would have did better signing Ryan Leaf, bro. If y'all was just gonna go get an old dude.
Box office believing Philip Rivers. Shout out to my dog box office.
I said he's a win one game. I just believe because he knows the system, but it's not going to be good at the end of the day.
It would have been better if like I don't know. I'm just so used to the NFL having these dudes that's just out of the league for a year or something, and they could have went and picked up something like a Jameis Winston, but Jameis is on the team. That's what's going on right now. All of these guys that are usually free agents right now, they're on the team. Ryan Tannehill, where he at?
I don't know where Tannehill at. I'm about to look it up. I don't know if that fool's in the league.
I don't think he's in the league. I think he's. I'd have called Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he's not in the league anymore.
Before I would call Phillip Rivers, I'd have called Ryan Tannehill, bro.
Tannehill not in the league, bro. That's wild.
But you got, like I said, usually it's people like you'll find like a Jameis Winston that's just somewhere hanging out, and he's not on the team. But like all of those guys are on the team now, like your Garoppolo's. What's the guy? He's I think he's second string in Oakland right now or Las Vegas.
Pickett. Kenny Pickett. Yeah, he actually came in for a couple plays because Gino got hurt.
Yeah, he sure is. Oh my, Gino's washed, bro. But
Gino looks bad, and he looked even worse when Brock Bowers wasn't in there. He looked really, really bad.
Yeah, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't know how he crashed and plummeted and fell like that. Just that quick.
I don't know why. I said on the show, I was like, why the hell are they signing him to like a 3-year deal?
Made no sense, bro. Made no sense in the world, bro.
I understand Pete Carroll coached him in Seattle. What does that mean? He wasn't Russell Wilson in Seattle.
Exactly.
You know, they shouldn't have got Pete Carroll.
Yeah, let his old ass.
Yeah, I mean everything they're doing is bad. It's all bad. They're as bad as the Browns right now with their move.
Worse.
I don't know, man.
Mendoza.
I take Mendoza.
Hey, who does Mendoza remind you of?
I want to say this. I hate to say this. I was gonna wait till the draft, but I'm gonna just say it. Bust for sure.
Oh, I think he's a bust too, but I'm saying who remind you of?
NFL.
He reminds me of Jared Goff, worse version.
I like that comparison. I do. I think that's a really good comparison. And Jared Goff had to be in the right situation to be what he is.
Right. Yeah. Golf's been better than what I expect. I was not a golf.
Yeah, when he came out, I was not either, bro. I was like, that dude, no, bro.
And I don't think he's still a stud, but he's been serviceable. He's gotten to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Mendoza to me, I just think Signetti. I give so much more credit to Signetti than I do Mendoza.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who he reminds me. I can't think of nobody.
Who's the Rams quarterback before Goff?
Before Goff, that's a great question. Who started for the Rams before Jerry Goff?
Sam Bradford. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I like that one too. I see where you at with it though. I do. I see some similarity. Not all the way, but some things.
Yeah. I can see a lot of Sam Bradford there. And when you said bust, that's Sam Bradford is what. Even though I think Sam Bradford was a bust because of Jeff Fisher, sorry ass.
A lot of injuries too, Bradford had.
Yeah, a lot of injuries, but I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the coach putting him in bad positions too.
The two quarterbacks before Goff were Nick Foles and Case Keenum.
Yeah, I was thinking about Bradford. I mean,
because he was there earlier.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. I guess I was thinking about big name quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So what we doing? What we on to?
All right, last topic of the night. Who's to blame for the Eagles' inconsistency?
I think Sirianni's going to get some blame. We're not going to do that. As head coach, you're going to get some blame. Jalen Hurts going to get some blame. A.J. Brown's going to get some blame because A.J. Brown was unhappy when they were winning. I think that's where I would probably put most of my blame at, the foot of those three. Because when you were winning, A.J. Brown still was stirring the pot and could have been dividing the locker room. So I'm going to put some blame on him. Sirianni, you're the head coach, period. Like, there's no way around it. And Jalen Hurts, like, I know you got a Super Bowl win, but, bruh, from what happened last year to this year, I don't know what's going on, bruh. And for all my fantasy owners out there, I know they were pissed when that full 3 interception, they got the ball back and then fumbled the ball. No, no, that's 4 minuses right there. That's a minus. Yeah. Bro, I'd have been hella pissed off, bro. You might have been up 3 and you like, oh, I'm straight. I gotta go. This fool goes and does that. Nah, but
that was crazy, dog. 2 interceptions, then got it back, and him fumbled it, dog. That was literally 3 turnovers on one play. I mean, not 3 for him, but 3 for 1.
Right. So yeah, I'll put it on those 3. That's probably my main 3 I'll put on. Of course, you could throw a little bit here and there on other things, but like defensively, I gave up 22 points yesterday. I'm not saying that's a lot. I'm not saying that's a little bit, but no, that's not crazy. With the amount of talent they have offensively, no, they should be able to win the game if a team scores 22 points, bro. So yeah, those probably my big 3. If you said the pie chart. Yeah, they're getting majority of that pie. I may leave 10% for some other people, but majority of those 3.
All right, man. I'm gonna go 80% for what's his name? Serenade. What his name?
Sirianni.
80% him. He's the coach. His job is to manage the players and put them in a good position, a position to make a play, right? All right. So he has to hire the right assistant coaches, the right coordinators to do this as well, right? Only thing that he's really not responsible for is acquiring the personnel. Now, the another 10% is going to go to what I think is the best thing about the Eagles organization and the worst, it seems to be, for when they do bad like this. And that's the upper management and getting the right players. They get the right players, but sometimes the right players just don't mesh for long. I think they meshed for that Super Bowl run last year, but that same mesh isn't working out this year.
But so my only pushback to that would be you have to give them time to get rid of the players if they didn't work this year. He literally just won a Super Bowl. I don't like that's not their fault in my opinion.
But I mean, before the trade line, you saw a couple of chinks in the armor. You know what I mean? A.J. Brown, I don't say you trade A.J. Brown. I'm not saying you trade A.J. Brown.
You can't do that.
No, you can.
But after winning a Super Bowl, you're not even running it back. Like, and there were how many games are there? How many they're on a losing streak right now? They've lost like so many. 4 straight. Like, so you gotta look at the trade deadline. We're sitting there, 8-2, 7-2, something of that nature, 7-1, whatever it was. You can't trade A.J. Brown, bro.
But he was chirping before that, though.
He was, but
so before the trade line, you gotta address those things, and you kind of, hey, bro, somebody gonna give you something good for A.J. Brown, bro.
Bro, I can't, bro. I can't trade him. Now in hindsight, you can say, a 4-game losing streak. Yeah, you should trade him. But I'm talking about that moment. There's no way I can pull that trigger.
If I know that he's dividing the locker room, he's causing more of a problem than he is worth, I hit somebody up like a Saints. Fuck, give me Olave in a first. and I'll give you AJ Brown. I hit up the Jets. Give me Garrett Wilson and I'm first, and I give you AJ Brown. And I think that we're the same team right now than we were with AJ Brown. Plus, we got a first round draft pick to go with it because they don't use AJ Brown.
If you're a team, if I got Garrett Wilson, I ain't giving you no first with Garrett Wilson to get AJ Brown. Respect, and I like AJ Brown more. But there's no way. I'm getting the younger guy. I got the younger guy, and
give me Garrett Wilson in a second. Give me Garrett Wilson in a second, and we got a deal. And I mean, I say that I do that, and you keep the same caliber of player, to be honest, and you got a second round pick. I would have done that, bro. I really would have done that because he started chirping it, and the chirper didn't make any sense.
It did.
That's what got me.
My bad. Go ahead. Say your pod, man. I'm sorry. You said Sirianni gets a lot, and he get the up.
Sirianni gets 80. The front office gets the other 10 because they gotta make those hard decisions, and the other 10 goes my quarterback, bro. Hey, man. Like I said about Shuck earlier, you got to be the reason why we win. You know what I mean? I think that he was the reason why they won a lot of those games last year with that tush push, and just he managed the game right. He made good throws. He did something you could really depend on him. I don't think that's especially in these last 4 games you can depend on him. Last game was just buffoonery. That was a hard to watch game with all those turnovers. So I mean, a game like that, you gotta feel like your quarterback is gonna be the one to make sure I win, and he didn't, and he hasn't been doing that. So I had him in the top 5 because he was had won a Super Bowl, but he's definitely not a top 5 quarterback in my eyes right now.
Yeah, I agree. See, I'm gonna go 75% Jalen Hurts. Now I'm gonna go 25% Kevin. I'm going to go 25% Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator, because the Eagles are leading the league in hitch routes. Like, bro, you got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown.
What is hitch routes for?
you call it hitch routes, okay? I'm going to give it 75% because I was also on the train, and I said Jalen Hurts top 5 quarterback. And he's great in big games, but he's not consistent enough throughout a season. If he didn't have all those damn tush pushes, his touchdown to interception ratio wouldn't be impressive. And I know that's usually passing touchdowns, but I'm including the tush push touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, man, is not a top 5 quarterback. In fact, Justin Herbert is better than Jalen Hurts. And I didn't need to see it last night head to head. It's so obvious with the eye test, bro. Herbert doesn't have 2 tackles, and he's playing better and finding guys and running RPO, getting first downs. Like, you could tell he's just a better quarterback pound for pound. It's just Jalen Hurts, bro. Last night was pathetic. Like, forcing throws. There's just no need. That last interception, it was first down. Throw it out of bounds. Live to see another
distance, bro.
And he's throwing AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Like, come on. So to me, he just doesn't look the same. I don't think the play calling is helping him, but he's not a top 5 quarterback. I was too much in the moment, and I try to give him credit for the Super Bowl run, but you got to be consistent. And he's not
consistent, man. Very inconsistent. And that's my only slight against, because some games he looks like the same guy from last year. But some games he looks like last night. And you can't, that guy last night and that guy last year are 2 totally different quarterbacks, bro.
But to be fair to him, this has been the wild, bro. I ain't lying to y'all, bro. This has been a wild season, bro. I look at
It
this
has.
standings, and I'm just like, dog. I know I'm under 500 on these picks, but golly, bro, you can't make this up. If you'd have told me these records going into the season, I'd be like, bro, come on, bro, stop.
And I have no idea who's coming out the AFC.
Bro, it's so crazy.
I have no idea, bro.
I think we all can say we know who coming out of the NFC, but the AFC.
I like the Rams.
I like the Rams too.
I like the Rams, but bro, when the Packers are hitting on all cylinders, bro, they're tough, bro. I'm being real, they're hard to figure out because you don't know what you're gonna get from the Packers. But when the Packers play their A game, bro, their defensive line, bro, they get after you, bro.
I just think if they played, it would come down to do I trust Stafford or Love more?
Right.
And
but Love his ceiling is, bro, like you said, you think that you get the next Aaron Rodgers. And then sometimes it's like, Love, are you Aaron Brooks reincarnated? Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I can't
figure
bad
Aaron Brooks. I'm not talking about good Aaron Brooks neither. See?
Yeah. I don't know. Jordan Love is up and down too. Like sometimes he looks like Aaron Rodgers in that uniform. And then sometimes he just looks average.
Yeah. He looks like Don Majowski. Y'all know who he is.
Man, I think the Packers are interesting, bro. They're just a very interesting team. But they kind of remind me of the Texans. Like they can get after the quarterback. They can come out. I picked the Rams to come out, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers came out.
The AFC, bro.
Yeah,
in this type of year, Houston can make a run.
Hey, no, you're right. Watching Houston right now, I'm like, bruh. But, bro, just imagine had the Chargers not gotten all these injuries.
I agree.
I would have been right about the Chargers going into this season.
If Burrow hadn't got hurt.
That's true. Burrow, I mean, dog. I don't know. But we'll see.
If Burrow hadn't got hurt, if Lamar hadn't got hurt, because Lamar is obviously still injured, bro. And
but they still have a shot. The Bengals are pretty much eliminated. But the Ravens can win the division and they'd host a home playoff game, and you have everything in front of you.
Yeah, but it's not.
I think Burrow. We got to hold Burrow accountable though, bro. They were up in that game with 5 minutes up in that game.
He threw a bad interception.
He did, bro, and like that was horrible, bro. Like you can't do that, bro. Your team could have won that game.
I mean, but think about it. If he plays all year, they're not in this position to where they miss playoffs.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. It's a crazy year. It's a crazy year, period.
Okay.
All right, let's get to our picks finally. And here is where we stand. Let me see. All right, here's where we stand. As of right now, Antonio, 49-41. Jasper is 1 game behind them at 48-42. C is at 42-48.
That Houston game, that was a great pick, bro.
And X and I are tied at 41-49. All right. With that being said, let's get to Thursday night, and it's y'all's division. We got the Falcons at the Bucks.
Bro, I just at this point, bro, like it's so hard to pick these games because I swear when you think you know, you have no idea, bro. Drake London should be back for Atlanta. Atlanta is the one team, like, bro, on prime time, them fools look like the greatest thing on earth. When it's not prime time, these fools look hella trash. I don't care. Give me the Bucks, bro. Even though they're banged up, I got the Bucks, bro.
Yeah, man. Since I gotta pick one of these scrub teams, I'm gonna pick the Bucks because the Bucks just overall they're a better team. Even though I believe Atlanta has much better weapons right now at the offensive side, but especially if Drake London's back.
He didn't practice today.
I reserve the right
I got that fool in the league. I need him to play.
Yeah, me too. That's how I know. I've been keeping up with it. It said it did not practice.
I need him to play too because I got Bijan. And when he opens up that run, oh my God, Bijan goes crazy.
Yep. I'm in the same situation. See, I got both of them in one league. So I understand the tactic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we all got the Bucks. Antonio got the Bucks. Jasper is on an island somewhere and has not.
Atlanta.
He has not replied. All right, next matchup: Ravens at Bengals. Thanksgiving rematch that the Bengals got them on.
I'm taking Cincy. I know it sounds crazy. I gotta trust what my eyes tell me, bro. Cincy had Buffalo with 5 minutes left in the game and could have won that game. They beat Baltimore. Baltimore just doesn't look good for whatever reason. And I've been saying Baltimore is right there. Pittsburgh, y'all better watch out. Baltimore is coming. But we have to be honest. I got Cincy, bro. I could be completely wrong about this. If Cincy don't win this, they are eliminated from the playoffs. It's over.
I thought they were eliminated anyway. But
no, they still have a chance. It's a slim chance, but very.
They don't have a chance to win a division.
No, they have a chance to win the division. They don't have a chance to get the wild card, not in the AFC.
Yeah, they have to win a division.
So everybody else got to lose out, and they have to win out.
Pretty much. They need the Ravens to win that second game against the Steelers.
Yeah, I think whoever wins his division's winning it at 9-8.
Yep.
In that case, that kind of changes my mind a little bit. I might go with. I'm going Baltimore, bro. I just don't. I can't see them. I can't see them going losing another damn game that they should be winning. This is one of those games that I believe that Lamar, injured or not, you have to be responsible for this win. And I think he goes out there and he does it.
I'm with C, bro. Baltimore has to get this. Like Lamar has to wake up, and I think he has a big game because he feels the pressure this week. I think T. Higgins going to be out with a concussion. He's had a couple concussions. He needs to be careful.
He needs to a helmet.
I got the Ravens. I gotta feel like they got to turn it around and stay in this race. Antonio's got the Ravens as well.
T. Higgins, get the big pillow, bro.
Chargers at Chiefs.
Ooh, oh man.
And yeah, if y'all remember, opener was in Brazil and the Chargers beat them.
Bruh. It's hard to kill a champion, but you know, it's like they die, and you think they did, and then they pop back up. I'm gonna say the Chiefs pop back up, bro. And they win this game for whatever reason. This is my last time. If they lose this one, we don't have to pick their games no more. They're done. They're cooked. But I'm gonna take the Chiefs at home, bro. If they can't win this one, y'all, bro, come on, bro.
They cooked anyway. But I think that the Chargers. I just don't see. I think that that the Chiefs are gonna win this game. They're gonna will themselves to a victory at home. They know their season is behind them now. I think they know. I think they know. But they're like, hey man, we gotta still save face and go out there. And Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league on everybody's list. And he's gonna pick up and win just to maintain that position.
Is he really though? To this year, you think he's the best quarterback? No. I'm not saying I have the best resume.
He's not playing the best, but I do think he's still the best.
I think he's the best. He's the best quarterback. If you put him on any team, they have a shot.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I got the Chiefs too.
Oh,
but I've been bad picking the Chargers. Every time I think the Chargers are going to fall off, they get a big win. I mean, looks like Harbaugh's going to lead them to the playoffs again. Antonio's got the Chiefs as well. I think we're all picking them because they're an Arrowhead. So we'll see. All right, next game, a crazy one. Bills at the Patriots.
Wow.
Patriots beat them in Buffalo.
And the Patriots are going to beat them in New England.
What? See,
Pat's better than them, bro. The Bills suck, bro. The Bills picked the worst season to suck. They picked the season where Kansas City sucks to suck as well. And
go ahead, finish.
And like I said, it's like Josh Allen, this is your chance, and you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it because your team, that Buffalo is doing you a disservice because your team sucks around you. You know what I mean? Lamar, the injuries are getting him, but Josh, you're still doing your thing, and your team sucks around you. And this is the season that you should be coming out of the AFC.
And the Pats, I believe, are coming off a bye week. They are. I know because I had Trevion Henderson in the league, and he didn't play for me this week.
Yeah, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pats come out the AFC, bro.
I would be.
I got Buffalo. I'm gonna take the Bills. I know it's not the trendy pick. I'm pretty sure I might all pick the Pats, but if Buffalo wins this game, they're only one game back of New England. And I just got to believe that Josh Allen is Superman, bro. That's why I said, even though Patrick Mahomes has the best resume, I can't say today I would take Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen. I'm being honest with you. Today, I'm not talking about their careers. I know you don't like that answer, see? I'm just talking about today because Josh Allen, the Bills, bro, it's really him and James cooking.
Yeah, he does. He does carry them.
I'm like, bro, he's carrying them, bro. It's just the truth. I'm going to go with Buffalo, bro. I think they find a way to beat New England, bro. I got Buffalo.
I got Buffalo, too. I got to believe that they're going to split, and the Pats are due for a loss, bro. They got to lose soon. Antonio's got the Bills as well.
Wow, I thought y'all was all going to take New England. See, hey, you might be the one that's right, bro.
I am. They find a way to win, bro. They find a way to win, bro. Drake May up for MVP right now. They find a way to win, bro.
Hey, box office, you like what he said?
MVP is Stafford.
Hey, maybe so.
All right, next game. We got the Packers at the Broncos.
I got the Packers. Even though they're I know the Broncos are like on a 10-game winning streak, I just think the Packers find a way to get it done, man. I know John Love played well enough to win this past week, but I think there's another level they can go. I'm going Packers. Sean Payton, see? He got them Broncos balling. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, man. Why, Sean?
It could have been us. It could have been us.
Bro. We would have never been this bad if Sean Payton was there, bro. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, he got the Broncos balling. I'm gonna go with them. That defense is crazy, bro. Defense is crazy. I'm going with them, and I just think the Packers are too on and off for me, bro. I can't. You don't know which team you're gonna get, bro. Especially Jordan Love, and even with their running game, Jacobs isn't doing as much as he was doing last year. So I mean, the only thing you could definitely expect from them to show up is their D-line. And I mean, that ain't enough. That ain't enough for me. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
All right. I got the Packers. I'm not confident about it, though. They are up and down. The same thing. Broncos are due for a loss. It's got to come. It's got to come soon. Antonio's got the Packers as well. So see, you're on there alone again.
See,
that's the only thing that gives me
Antonio.
That's the only thing that gives me pause, bro. That they've on this long ass winning streak, and streaks have to end.
Yep. All right. We got Jared Goff against his old team. We got Stafford against his old team. We got the Lions at the Rams.
Ooh.
I swear the Lions piss me off, dog. Every time I pick them, they lose. I don't pick them, they win. No, the Lions just Is Amon-Ra is good. He's good to go.
Because he played last week.
Yeah.
So.
No injuries that came up. Okay, creeped up. I'm gonna do it. I just cannot believe the Lions won't make the playoffs, bro. I got Detroit. Detroit will beat the Rams. They'll go into LA and beat the Rams.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree. I can't see the Lions not making the playoff. They have to have this one. Dan Campbell's gonna have those boys ready. And Stafford throws for 3 touchdowns, but Goff throws for 4. Matter of fact, I got them both on my fantasy team. I might start Goff over Stafford this week.
Wow. No, don't do that. Don't do that. He got the cool, man. You gotta have Stafford in there, bro. You tripping.
All right. So
I'm just talking.
Same thing as last year. I think the injuries are catching up to Detroit late in the year. Now they lost Brian Branch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's catching up to them again. They already lost Laporta. Antonio's got the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Rams. Looks like I'm gonna be alone on this one. I gotta go off what I've been seeing. The Rams look better to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
They just look better. I could see the Lions win, but not right now, this part of the season, the way they've been playing. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Oh, let me look at Detroit's rest of their games.
Well, Detroit gotta get it together, man.
Who Detroit got?
The Steelers, Vikings, and Bears.
They'll beat the Steelers, and they'll beat the Vikings. Man, switch me to the Rams, bro.
Okay, so 2-2, and then Josh will break that target. I'm sticking with the Lions, bro.
All right, Sunday night game. We got the Vikings at the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? I got the Cowboys, man. Is CeeDee Lamb gonna play? He's healthy, or he's gonna be out?
He's gonna be playing.
Okay. Even without him, I would have still picked the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys, bro.
Yeah, you worried about the wrong. You need to be worried about their number one, Pickens. And Pickens is the reason why I'm picking the Cowboys.
Antonio's got the Cowboys. Pickens pissed me off last week.
Hey, he didn't play well.
Bruh, $10 for 600. All I needed was 70 yards from Pickens. This fool had his worst game of the year. 70 isn't even OD for him because he's had a great year. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
He looked like he was just lollygagging out there. I was getting annoyed as hell. But I think he rebounds. He actually scores. I got Dallas.
Okay.
All right. And Monday night game, we've got one of C's favorite teams. We've got the Dolphins at the Steelers.
I got the Steelers, bro. This ends Cincinnati's chance of making the playoffs. I'm not picking the Dolphins, bro. I'm not picking the Dolphins, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, I want the Bengals to get in, but I'm not picking the Dolphins. I got the Steelers.
So I got
No, the hell no. You got the Dolphins. I'm making you pick the Dolphins.
Well, I wish I would be going with 2 in the damn Dolphins.
Oh.
I'm going Steelers, man. Aaron Rodgers got to beat somebody, so.
Y'all are off the chain, bro. You hate Aaron Rodgers, bro, more than anybody I know, bro. He hates LeBron more than anybody I know.
Bro, he not cold, bro.
X, you gonna hate Tyler Shuck eventually. Look, Tua in the cold. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I remember somebody told me Tua was better than Burrow. It's crazy.
It wasn't me, but doggone sure it wasn't me. I don't know who said
Who
that.
was that?
Your ass, Box.
Hell no, it wasn't.
Yes, you did, bro. You told me that when they were in college.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. You telling me you told me that you didn't tell me that the Alabama quarterback was better than the LSU quarterback?
I don't remember that, honestly.
You did, bro. You did. Because you didn't
I
know
really
about
don't
Burrow at the time. You didn't know about Burrow at the time. I was early in on Burrow.
Now you early in on every LSU quarterback. You just happen to be good on that one.
No, I was not. No, I've not been impressed with a couple of LSU quarterbacks.
All right, well, that's it for this week. When Jasper sends me his picks, I'll send what we got. That is it for this week.
Well, we gonna get to these shout outs. I'll go first. Shout out to my brothers, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, bro. I am done tired, bro. I am so tired right now. But shout out to my LRCA girls basketball team, boys basketball team, everybody that helped put the event on today, bro. And put everything back for the Christmas stuff tomorrow. We've been working hard over here at LRCA, so shout out to everybody, like I said. And shout out to my family, because C gets me in trouble every time I don't say something about him. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Go Tigers.
All right. Last shout out. Go to my family. Hunter Morgan, Tori, Krishna, Lynn, Edward, Daddy. Love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And to Pep babies, Marcel Carter Bryant, and Zaria Grace Bryant. Pep love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. And can you believe, guys, that list started with one person? One person, and it's gotten so long. It's crazy. But to the whole NBS crew, man, I love y'all boys too, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on here. Boot up or shut up. You know what it is.
Hey, shout out Tex. And for those that are not watching, he's throwing up the L for all the L's LSU's taking this year. They're playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Tune in.
Hey, I think y'all playing the Jesus Bowl.
Hey, I like Cheez-Its more than Pop-Tarts. Hey,
if y'all losing our bowl game, we win. Y'all literally have one more loss. I mean, we have one more loss than y'all do. Calm down.
Oh, y'all definitely losing to Houston.
Oh, bro. Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
I'm not betting on the exhibition. I don't know who the hell's playing in that game.
Me either.
But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Another fun show. I'm excited for next week. We'll have more drama. And next week, we make our college football playoff predictions. We out.
I'm going to throw it up one time for my brother-in-law. You know what type of time we on to you, baby. A&M, you're on the clock.
All right, bro.